Don't do the bow and arrow. It's not a fucking bow and arrow. And he's going to fight that. It's turn the light off and the light off. But it looks like bow and arrow, right? InteKyo Jitsu, baby. Okay, so check this out. Not.
Yeah. Dennis just fell over for me.
That dude's just falling. That's bullshit. Right?
He's a big guy. He should have fallen.
Right. So you guys see, there's everything. Everything is deception. Even when I'm trying to show you the deception, you're still deceived. Even when I explain, look, it's not that way, it's this way. You're like, okay, this way. Because your brain it's just like I'm giving you some words on a piece of paper. And I'm telling you the words are different. But you look at them and your brain's just configuring them to the words that you want them to be. The words that you think, the words that you've seen a million times. And after a while, all of a sudden those words will rearrange in your brain and you'll read them. You'll be like, what? Those were there the whole time? Yeah, they were there the whole time. All this taijutsu is that way. All this taijutsu, stuff that was there. Now, I'm not saying everyone that taught it over the years was doing it correctly. I'm just saying that sometimes they did. Sometimes they did this effortless stuff and no one got it, including me. And I saw it over and over and over. And I'm like, it's this, it's this, it's this. And then one day I'm like, it's not that. It's this. Huh.
It's not a B, it's a D.
Right? Right? Exactly. It's not a B, it's a D. It's like, oh, whoa, you know. And then people are like, well, now we have the new, but it's not new. It's always been there. You just were retarded. You know? right? Just like you didn't read so well. You know what I'm saying? You just didn't understand the thing. And so I just want you to, you guys are doing great. It's great because this stuff is weird. And if you can touch on it a little bit, don't get frustrated when you don't understand it. Especially the first or 10th time. After the 100th time, you might get frustrated. As Soke says, if you're doing this 10 years and you still really suck, you might consider checkers or something. Right? Okay, so let's gather in here. We'll call this a day for today. Ooh, let me get my other microphone.
Rob told me I haven't played checkers.
No. Rob said you should try checkers. He didn't say you should play.
Yeah, you're not that good. All right, so let's take a moment and just regroup within our mind. Like what is useful information for everyone else? From today or from another seminar, doesn't matter, but what on this kind of theme, this idea, this way of thinking, this way of training, these things that we did. It can be a physical thing that we did. It can be a philosophical thing we did. It can be a training thing to keep in mind, whatever. Just get something in your mind that fits in with today. And we got an extra microphone here so you can just talk into the mic. You see the microphone thing, right? Just talking to it so it goes on the camera pretty good. And everyone hears what you're saying, okay? So, you okay to go first?
Yeah.
Here. All right.
All right, so I got, if they're really big, it's not all in your mind. It's mostly because, I'm kidding.
Yeah, right?
So you can move a person who's much larger than you or large, big person, strong, whatever, with counterintuitive points of contact and ways of moving, like this extension, using the back of the hand to extend and turning your body away, and it's like this spring is opening up, or like this corkscrew sort of a thing is unwinding. Super powerful because it's very hard for me to pick up that they're doing this. My body just goes a certain direction. So my radar doesn't get kicked off to resist, I don't know what's happening.
Does that make sense to everybody? And I just want to say that. Again, we're in the dojo doing static stuff. You have an extreme exaggerated range of motion. So if I said it like Hatsumi says it, kyoktan dakedo. Kyoktan means extremes. Like, I'm amplifying this. I'm taking it to the ludicrous level. Ludicrous speed, right?
3 times he's pierced.
Right? Yeah. So ludicrous level, but when you're doing it for real, you won't have to go all the way into this. But I'm trying to get you to do a big movement with the realization that, so you can feel it, then just don't keep it big. Like, well, we got to practice it big. Because remember, we did that for the 80s and 90s. And for most people, 2000s, 2010s, the 20s now, and understand? No, it's just a slight moment in time until you're like, oh, so then you can go, whoop. You don't have to go a complete blossoming of a flower, okay? Just partial. Just want to say that on that.
The thing is like feeling it, right? Because I can't see it. I can't do it. And you can sit there and explain it, like use all these words, and I don't get it.
Right?
Right? I'm just not, right? I can try to do it, but it's not working.
Are you guys related?
But as soon as you do it, like, as soon as I feel it from someone that's doing it, right? Whether it's you or anybody, then I'm like, oh, okay, right? So it's basically invisible, and you can talk about all you want and all that stuff, but it doesn't work for me.
How many times have we heard Hatsumi Sensei say, this is taught man to man? He's like, even with the video camera, even with you looking at it with your naked eyes right here, it's like, you can't see it. You don't understand it, you won't get it. He's like, maybe this guy I'm doing it on can feel it and understand the feeling of it, but otherwise you don't get it. You can't get it. He's like, it has to be transmitted by feeling from the person doing it to the other person. And then once you get the feeling, then you can start to see it and you're like, oh, I can watch it on a Zoom channel and see what's going on. Right. But until then, it's just all lost in mystery land. Chris?
I think it would be useful for anyone who's watching this and not here to think about how many times Rob has mentioned Chinokata and try and make sure that we just do Chinokata at the start of all the stuff that he's telling us to do, and be very careful about giving up a frontal position where you're both aligned when you're doing what he's asking you to do.
Right? That's great.
I think I finally understand what Sensei meant when he said don't be a collector of techniques, right? Which is what we were chatting about a little earlier, which is we tend to try to want to just do exactly what we see our teacher do, but a good teacher is trying to actually instill in us a feeling, a way of making your opponent move, gaining an advantage over the opponent. There are basics that go into that movement, but if all you're trying to do is to get it 100% to look exactly the way that Rob's doing it in a dynamic environment where you're just trying to pull something out that you've learned that's part of you, it's not going to work that way. And it may not work that way as you train it, right? But if you're getting the feeling of what Rob's showing, then you're actually moving in the right direction. So
No, that's good. And again, I want you to get the effect that I'm getting. Not the waza that I'm doing, the effect that I'm getting. I want you to get that. And you know, I think about being in a Noguchi class or Nagato class or Seno or Ogri or anyone really, and they want you to do what they're doing, right? It's like Nagato's looking to see, are you doing this hand change coming underneath here, grabbing, are you doing those pieces? They're looking for that. Why? It's because they know that they know that for the thing that they're doing, where the control actually is. They know. So you may do something different, and they may say like, it's okay. It could be left hand or right hand. You know, you could spin around this way or that way. But they'll say that's okay. But they're still looking for, like when Nagato's doing a thing, say, just stay there, right? Nagato's not just here and not effect. Nagato's here. But people copying him are just here. Because it looks the same. Like I said, from the outside, it looks the same. So they're like, I'm a Nagato student. I'm here, right? And then they're like, and you do that and that, but nothing's happening there. So Nagato's doing this, and now watch, he's going. See how he's being affected? So Nagato's going. See that effect? And they're going. And there's no effect. And I'm looking at it going like, it's clear. And he sees it too, right? So he'll be like, come here and feel this, right? And you know, he's not great at explaining it. I'm not either, apparently. So, but we know what we're trying to get to, but once you get the effect, I don't care. Do it with your nose, do it with your elbow, nothing at all, a sweaty t-shirt. Get the effect. That's what we're after. Because that's even more exciting, because like, if you copy me, say I'm an artist and you just keep copying my work, well, that's boring. But if I teach you to become a great artist and you make some great art, I'm like, cool, there's other great art. That's what we want, other great art. How about you, Cam?
So mine's an extension, I guess, of Jung's, which is not thinking about it at all, but what I learned today is not to judge it when I get stabbed 17 times, and just keep doing it and let my body feeling it, and not telling myself I suck while I'm doing it, and just keep getting the feedback until I can figure something out.
That's right.
18's your limit.
Yeah, well, I think I'm gonna have to up my limit. The ceiling's going up.
Last seminar, you were pointing out that you're basically running these seminars so that you can uke for people, so they can feel what you're doing. And what he was just demonstrating on Mike is every time Rob is doing something, he is affecting how you're standing, how your core is, where your structure is, and he is never, okay, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to stop. It's always affect you and then move on to the next thing. And then affect that and then move on to the next thing. It's usually half of our class is where we get stuck on, okay, I did this and I got here. Now what? This is helping a lot figure out, okay, what's next? Well, I need to be affecting you so that I can move to whatever is next.
Let me make that a little clearer. When you guys are training, you do the thing and then you stop, and the gap opens up, instead of using the momentum of the thing that you just did to continue to the next thing. Does that make sense? Everybody does that. So I just want to say that was good, Dave.
So we always need to be affecting our uke, but affecting them without firing on them, right? So like I find that if my hand is open, a lot of times I have the tendency to grab and try and pull, as opposed to we're doing more of a push, right? So you come in like maybe with your hands closed, so there's nothing to grab, and that kind of reinforces to me the push. So a lot of things I'm doing is just giving them so many clues. I'm trying to get a lot lighter.
For me, follow up what Chris was saying with the chi and getting your hands out. That's something I struggle with and I need to work on and be a little more confident. And once I go. No stopping. You know, I have a tendency to stop a lot. So just keep on going.
When I take notes about these seminars, I always take notes. I try to take notes on the stuff that I found when I was with a partner, because you can just watch the video for your content, and you don't get the stuff that happens in this little corner over here. But one of the things I saw or was reminded of, like a schmuck, and it's like how many times you get reminded, like, damn, why don't I know that yet? I already knew it. And it's when you're spiraling people down to get their asses to the ground, you got to have more than one effing point, even if it's a good point, to do that. You got to have this point, if you can, a third point, but at least two. And it's usually, and then that to create that spiral, you just can't. It's just not enough.
That technical details, they do matter.
Honestly, I'm just happy to be getting in extra reps with lots of different bodies, and the things that I was having to really like practice slowly and methodically. I just realized we've been doing so many reps of Teodoki that you're not thinking about it the same way. So you're transitioning on to maybe some level of unconscious competence.
right?
Yeah.
So in the very near future, if I say like, I'll do some Teoduki thing, you're not going to be like, you're just going to be like, I don't want to do this, boring. Because you can do it. Do you understand? Rather than I don't want to do this because I don't want to be embarrassed that I can't do it. And that's what, we need to get the repetitions in.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was cool how, like, at first it was like, okay, well, it's just the thumb or it's just the fingertips, and then I hadn't seen it done with the one finger, so that was kind of neat.
Next week I'm going to do it with my pinky. Oh, yeah.
What was the question? Can you repeat the question? What was that? I think it was just,
I think that's right with everyone's mental state.
So I think for me, coming to train with you, it's all the stuff that you've seen before, but it's like, okay, I know how to ride a scooter, I know how to do this, I know how to get from point A to point B on a bicycle, I know how to get to point A to point B on a skateboard, and then Rob says, okay, now do it on a unicycle and do it this way, and kind of coming back to remember, like, okay, it's still just getting from here to there. You know, I can't get concerned with the fact that this is now a unicycle, because then I lose the point of what the hell I'm actually trying to do, which is get from here to there. You know the feeling of going from here to there. You've done it a million times, but a million different ways. You're just using a different vehicle. So how can I relate all my experience into what is he trying to show me through this method? Oh, he's trying to show me this feeling that I knew over here. Okay, but now instead of being this way, I gotta be this way. Okay, cool. And for me, I had more success when I realized that's just go for the feeling, as opposed to trying to make it happen with a different physical body position, because then it just didn't work well. So
Yeah.
So thank you for challenging me to ride a unicycle.
Well, so I'm glad you used that analogy, because unicycle has less tires than the tricycle, the bicycle, right? So what I noticed with you specifically, and for most everyone, is you have a lot of information in your computer system. And so when you're teaching stuff, you'll be like, okay, you know, do this and do this, this, because you have to. And then when you do it, you'll tend to be still doing too much, right? And so it's like, hey, you're free right now. Just, you don't even have a steering wheel. Just go, and you go, and then you're like, boom, it's like, do less, you're like, because what I see, not with you, you're just a good example, because you could do this thing, right? Is people, when we're thinking, we just do too much. You ever watch gymnastics, tumbling on the floor when they do it? They're like, while all that's going on, they're not like, okay, so after I do this move, then I got to do, none of that's happening. They're feeling, they're like, boom, just pull up, I'm a little bit too, just, or not, you know what I'm saying? They're just feeling as they're moving to that, and if they have extraneous movement, if they slow down, they get extraneous movement, they're done. It wobbles out, So same thing with our taijutsu. What I want to start seeing from the world of ninja is we're here and it goes into something cool. Not 1, 2, 3, or even and 1, 2, 3. Okay, that it's got to be done. Do you understand? And happen, which means nothing can be big. It all has to be very, very small, and like you used your chest like this rather than taking a step over here, you know. And that's what I want to see from us to be able to do. Because as we're talking about what's the future of the Bujinkan, what's the future of ninjutsu? Because it's not just the Bujinkan, there's other organizations, right? What's the future? Well, if we don't change, in 20 years, it'll be gone. If we don't change in 20 years, it's going to be gone, because we're all 50, 60, 70. Okay, going to be gone. It'll just be gone. So,
25-year-old here?
right? Exactly. Oh, I mean, I was talking about all these guys, not So, we got to attract teenagers, 20-year-olds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe 30-year-olds. They're a little old, 20-year-olds. So, and how are you going to do that? Well, it's got to be like something they can't see anywhere else.
Right.
So what we're doing today, you can't see anywhere else. Forget the World Ninja. You're not going to go to an Eskrima or Kali or a Jeet Kune Do. You're not going to see this. You're going to see people that within our system we do this little smack, ding, 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 and they get really good at that, and then they're each attacking each other with their system's attacks. You go to Systema, and it's like, okay, you got all these cool things. Now, well, I'm my attacker, and I'm like, I'm a system attacker. Whatever the thing is, everyone has their attack. It's like, no. What you don't see is whatever your attack is, don't care. You're an MMA guy, so you got lots of attacks. Do what are those, and we're just going to into the thing. You don't see that. So that's what we want to get to, is that level of doing that, which means community, our network. We got to be strong and keep encouraging each other, keep training with each other, and keep being open to get corrected. Okay. So again, obviously, what I'm showing you guys, I've already done a lot. So hopefully I'm already pretty good at it. But does that mean that I understand it well enough? Nope. And so in the process of trying to get you guys to understand and do, I have to go deep, deep, deep into it, more than I want to in many cases. Like, explain it more simply. Use easier words. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, how do I do that? So I got to do that. Like, okay, obviously what I'm saying is not working, so I got to figure out, no, this is my growth for it too. Like, so the growth isn't always just up, it's oftentimes down and your roots spread deeper so that you really, really, really thoroughly understand a thing. So I've had a lot of that. And that's good, that's what I want to keep going, but hopefully also you guys will get good, and then I can start to level myself back up this way even more.
Teacher, right? That's just like the same. Any teacher with
Hopefully, theoretically, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Steve, how about you?
So, yesterday I talked about how Kyojitsu isn't just to beat somebody who's bigger than you, but for example, might be for multiple people. And a lot of these concepts have broad applications. So Rob talked about how there's this circle of lies and truth together. And so it's pretty simple. We can use the lies to get something we want. But everybody here is going to be a leader, whether you have a school of your own or you become, an assistant or whatever. And so one of the things about deception is it also, if you can enter the circles of lies and truth, you can also help people who are stuck. I mean, we say, oh, that guy, he's a bad teacher, whatever. If you can move in those circles, right, and function while you're in that dynamic, because other people get lost there. They get lost emotionally, they get lost in their ego, they get too rough with their students. One of the beauties of Kyojitsu is if you do it well, you don't have to break somebody's arm. If you can offset the person 2 or 3 times, I've seen this happen so many times, and after a while they're like, this isn't making sense to me. And the fight just stops, because they're like, what happened? I don't get it. And so that's a higher form. And so Kyojitsu becomes not just the magic of harm. Deception isn't just the magic of harm, it's the magic of helping people who are lost, who can't even find their way out, because you can find your way in. And I think, Hatsumi, I asked him once, what do you want for for your Bujinkan when you're gone? And he said, what do you want? And I think it's a pretty easy answer. It's like, well, that was kind of a stupid question. But you guys are going to be the only people here. So it ain't going to happen without you. And, there's 10,000 martial arts schools, and they all know how to break somebody with a stick. But the question is, what happens with your heart? Nagata talked about it, Noguchi talked about it, Hatsumi talked about it every time. Compassion. And Kyojitsu fits into that, to be able to go into places where people are lost.
No, that's great. Let's be honest, at the core of this, it's not about fighting, because who here's been in a fight in the last whatever? Nobody. But we all have challenges in life. So this is about improving your life. And for me, the quickest way to that is have someone smack you in the face. You come right up against your weak points, your psychological, neurological, emotional weaknesses. And you get to deal with them right then and there. Or you can go to a psychotherapist, spend $100,000 over a couple decades and still be just as crazy as you ever were, right? So this is the best psychotherapy there is. Speaking of Psycho the Rapist, go ahead. Damn it!
Chinokata, like I've noticed the way that some people teach Sui and Ka, like starts off like Chinokata and then it changes as if maybe it's like coming up as like a block or something, and then it can go into the next one. So it kind of opened the question of, is the Sanchin really like a formula that's like a B, C, D, E or something? And the Sanchin, there's like 3 different stages of it too: Shoshin, Go-Go, and then Goke. So there's like a evolution within the Sanchin.
So Dave just said a bunch of words, but yes. So Dave is the kata collector, by the way, in case anyone's wondering. He literally has more information than all of us. Yes.
This day and yesterday, I don't want to be corny, but, and I know you talk about it as a community and stuff, it's like I'm getting something from every training partner that, and they don't even have to be as good as me or bad as me or level as me. It's like I'm finding something and they're helping me find it. And I think we're all just getting so much better at that. I really appreciate it. I think what you said, Rob, about community is like you're enhancing it and making us get there. Like, be a better uke. Don't give it up, right? Don't let them do it. We heard all that stuff, and it's like everybody's like doing it naturally now. You know, it's like it's just more and more and more. And so everybody I work with is like, I got taught something that maybe nobody would have told me before. We're like, yeah, I got Tony. Yeah, I got him. You know, so that I'm really appreciating that a ton.
Everybody else getting that same feeling? I do. So again, man, when you have, because, you know, me, I understand it. Some people are going to be irritated at me making fun of them, or, right? Or just how I present something, whatever. Because I'm trying to make it memorable in people's minds. So, you know, I'll be like, you know, or whatever it is, you know. And so there's a tendency that people will just want to, they get their ego bruised, and so they just want to like, I'm picking my butt and I'm going home. Screw you guys. You know what I'm saying? And so they just don't want to, interact within this level of training. But, you know, and Tony has that too, because he's like, come on, let's get it. And you're like, screw Tony. I'm not, you know, kind of thing, right? But like you're saying, but everyone is like, no, you know what? I'm going to level Tony up. And then Tony's like, oh, cool, thanks. And he's like, I'm going to level you up. And then you guys are leveling each other up. It's that, you can't level up by kissing ass. You can't level up by falling down for the other guy. In fact, it's the opposite. When you fall down for the other guy, you're screwing them over. That's right. You are screwing them over. And that's one thing that drives me nuts about homebrew training is the idea that, just, you know, let them do it. It's like, no. That's dishonest. Talking about the deception. It's dishonest. And it's not helpful for them. Let them know. Let them get where they need to go, help them, but let them do the thing, let them know it's the real thing, as best as we can. I mean, you know, we're still in a dojo, so it's not the real world. But yeah, that's important.
What I thought was really helpful, and you said this years ago, was let them try once or twice, and then stress it.
Yeah. I mean, obviously you're not stressing them 100% at the beginning. No. They got to know where to put their hands and feet, and then it's like, okay, you kind of got it. All right, now let's put some resistance in. That's why I walk up and go, let me feel that. I say that because I'm like, all right, I think they got the steps down. Let me feel that. And everyone's like, fuck, you ain't doing it, Rob, you know. But I want everyone to feel that way about everyone else in here. Yeah. That's like, and then you won't feel that way about anybody. But I want the rest of the world to feel that way. It's like, God damn it, Tony's there. And they're like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. It's not going to work. And they're already saying that, right? So I'm like, can I feel it? Well, I don't think I do it right. You know what I'm saying? I want you guys to be that level of difficult because it's real and you can help them get it better, right? So that's all. Your turn, Mike.
So first of all, I think everything that's been shared here today was really awesome, and you know I can't top any of that, so I won't even try. But what I will say is that everyone is really helping each other, and that's just like Tony and everyone has said. Being better ukes, being just really good network of people. Some of the questions that I'd have after I'd watch you demonstrate something, today it was a little bit less about thinking through it. It was more just about, I think we're going to answer that question in the next 5 minutes when we crash and burn a bunch of times together, and then we'll find that. So it was just kind of like, you know what, I'm not even going to care about that. We're going to try this. It's probably going to work a couple times in. And if it doesn't, then maybe we'll talk about what we can do to fix it. But it was a lot less about thinking the way through it and a lot more about just going through it. I'm not even going to say pushing through, because when you push through, you don't feel anything, but you're going through it and adapting. And that's kind of what today was about, in addition to all the really just awesome training partners that made that better. So I appreciate that.
That's good. I just want to say, so I'm going to let Hitomi talk here in a second, but I just want to say, I'm looking at Dave and I said about a kata collector, because when I said he has a lot of information, something that's important for your training, the more of it you do, the better you're going to get. And I'm not like, that dude's been to more seminars than I have. Goes to Japan, he's training his balls off, did 2 classes, 3 classes a day, doesn't matter, 4 classes. He's 78 years old, still doing it. Damn it. No. But you know, that's what I'm saying. So there's just a ton of information there. And so he sent me a message. He said, I think I can make it to the seminar. I was like, what? Why not? Like, was that a question? You weren't? You know, because I'm like, if there's a dude that I know is going to be going to seminars, it's him. And I would like, I mean, you guys are all here, all did seminars all the time too. I'm saying, like, dedicated training is what I'm talking about. Oftentimes there's things that pop up, you know, you can't go to your class or a seminar or something like that. But you guys are dedicated. You're here. Keep doing that. Do it more if you can. I mean, I don't know what that is, but.
Talk about your theory. You talked to me about the gap, right? Like, if you too much of a gap, it's just hard to make progress.
Frequency and duration, is that what you're talking about?
Frequency and duration.
Yeah.
Like, so people come to Japan, and there's some people that come to Japan and they spend a month, or they spend 3 weeks, and they just train balls to the wall. So they got, you know, most of 20 days, and they do 2 or 3 classes a day at Hombu, right? And they're like, oof. And then they go home. They got a lot of density in that period of time. Then they go back, but they don't know anything that they did. They don't remember anything that they did. And then even if it was crystal clear the day after, 3 days later it's 10% clear, and a week later it's just gone. And then 6 months go by, and they don't touch that information again. They don't know how. Then they come back to Japan, they're like, oh yeah, and it's boo. So the longer that gap is between your training, your learning processes, it doesn't matter if you have this massively intense thing here, if you got this massive gap afterwards. Yeah. But conversely, if you're 2 or 3 weeks in between and you're just normal, your regular 2-hour session here, you're also not going to be making forward movement. Yeah, it doesn't mean that it's not an interesting intellectual pursuit, but physically, you know, you need to be practicing. And even if that practice is you doing something on your own where you're like, what is this thing that we're doing? You know what I'm saying? Can I do this? This is weird. Can I do this? You know what I'm saying? Can I get one of those Swiss exercise balls and be like, you know what I'm saying? Can you be practicing stuff where you're learning so that you're moving ahead? But the more duration and frequency, right? So the frequent you can get in a week, and then how long you can maintain that gives you much more impressive outcomes. I have no expectation that anyone is going to do what I did. People have other jobs that take time. I understand that. So I trained 12 classes to more a week for 2 decades. Yeah, no one's going to do that. I understand that. But what's that minimum that you need to do? And where can you, okay, if you can't make the class because your mother fell out of a tree and you got to rush to the hospital, whatever. Hopefully your mother's not climbing any trees now, but you know what I'm saying, right?
I talked to her right before.
Yeah. She says, I'm going up the tree. And so, damn it, I told you. So, but whatever, you have things, but figure out a way to do some stuff. Look at a video, get the idea, go through it in your mind. I know you do that stuff, Cam, so I know you, so we need to make this kind of habitual. I do that. you know, I'm like, I'm just gonna check out this video, you know, I'm just gonna check out, and it's usually not Bujinkan videos because I would shoot myself, but it's some other thing that may be important, some other martial art where they're doing something, they're like, okay, here's knife fighting. I want to see they're doing for knife fighting. Like, oh, okay, that could be interesting. You know what I'm saying? Just putting your brain into it, that's nothing wrong with that. And then if there's I still physically train, I still physically do stuff to make my taijutsu better. You know, during COVID, what did you do, you know? Yeah, you had to just figure stuff out. So get your training in. Get your training in. Don't go. Yeah, me too. But I mean, you know, I'm just saying, I couldn't go to Hombu. There was no Hombu, so. All right, Hiromi, do you have anything to say?
No, he won't say something.
He doesn't get 2 turns. It's not that kind of place. No backsies. Rami, what? No. All right, nothing? Matt already talked. He was the first.
Yeah, but if you want to say something, I think everybody want to listen what you think.
Maybe tomorrow.
He went first.
Yeah.
He's got dinner to talk.
All right, good. So let's go ahead and bow out. We can shut all this down. Then we'll talk about dinner.
Okay. Fine. That's okay. Let's bow out. Maybe he's hungry.
Well, we are going to go to dinner, so 7, right? So let's go ahead. 7 o'clock. Yeah, good. Katana, right? Yeah. All right, let's bow out. Get this day done. Shigenada Mitsudaiko Komyo. All right, guys, good training. Woo! All right, we'll go ahead and bow in and get this done. Shigenada Mitsudaiko Komyo. So we're gonna cover a few things today that are super important. As everyone comes in, just turn and be like, aha. No, I'm just kidding. Late. That's good.
It's done.
Yeah, we're done. And lunch break. Okay, let's go. So last night we talked about the 6 treasures of the Bujinkan, right? You know, and talked about control through Mutadori. Mutadori is deception. Deception needs to be into your fundamental movement, which is Sanshin. Okay, you use your fundamental movement to do all the rest of the stuff of your martial arts, your cool moves, otherwise known as Kion Happo, like how you manipulate the other person. So Sanshin is you manipulate yourself. Kion Happo is you manipulate the other person. All done with deception. Just don't deceive yourself, right? The self-deception, not good. And then when you get good enough at the deception, you start to get into the level of women's self-defense, where you're really, really focusing on the opposite of common sense. Everyone's like, yeah, makes sense now, right? Oh, Sensei's a genius, right? Yeah. So that's what Takamatsu Sensei was talking about. So when you get to this level of women's self-defense, you know, you've already gone through like, okay, well, what way do I make power the most? What's the angle? You know, you've gone through the Koppo Jitsu of bone breaking and Koshi Jitsu of how you like rend flesh and take out eyeball. You've done all that stuff, right? Now you're working until like, how do I do a thing that doesn't look like it's a thing? And when it's like, if it's me and this other guy, he feels like it's not a thing. I feel like it's not a thing. And the outside observer says, there's not a thing. And yet it's a thing. This is the women's self-defense, and that's why it's so hard to teach, and why Soke's been like trying to get at this from many, many, many angles. But how do you get that understanding across when it's not? It's just the opposite of what makes sense when you're there. This is why it's very, very difficult. I think many things in our world are that way. They don't make sense until you're there. And so everyone around is poo-pooing a thing. So a lot of people online would like to talk smack about Hatsumi Sensei. They don't understand what's going on inside. And yes, of course, there's a lot of BS happening around everything. There's a lot of people just falling down before the teacher before they do anything, and there's a lot of that kind of stuff, of course. So that's also part of the deception, right? Is mixing in complete and utter bullshit with the gold. And then it's like, all right, well, which is true, which is not? It takes a dedicated person to dive into that and work their way through it and come to some kind of understanding. Most people will not. They want, give me a piece of paper with the rules written on it. I'm just going to do that. I mean, again, look at religions, and that's what they want. It's like, what are the rules? I'm just going to do that for the rest of my life. I don't have to worry about anything. Okay, so that's why it's difficult to get to this upper level of women's self-defense. And then, of course, how do we know any of the shit that we're doing is real or not? It's the networking of the community of the Bujinkan. Getting together, putting ourselves out there and being like, don't let me do this. I'm going to try this thing. I want your feedback. I want your honest feedback. So don't let me do it. And you don't have to like snipe me before I walk into the building, but don't let me do it now. And test it. And then we get to some honest feedback and we're helping each other do it. We're not trying to like crush each other. We're trying to help each other. Does that make sense? So that's the 6 steps. Great. That's enough of that talk. Now we want to look at what are the nuts and bolts of getting to that. So as we've been doing for the last however many years now, we're moving through the 4 phases of freedom to contact, control, containment. So I don't want to, the way we taught in the beginning is we're like, it's freedom, phase 1. Contact is phase 2. Control is phase 3. The problem with that is that we mentally are stopping at contact. So I'm trying to speak in a way that it's freedom, contact, control. Control, 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 containment. Okay, because you're probably not going to go straight from control to containment. You might, but probably not. So in between each of those controls, we have transitions. Transitions. Yesterday we started a transition. We went into the Mushadori thing, right? And then we went boom, and moved them around to this side. That's a transition. Any transition. And so to make it easy for us to understand, we have bookmarks or ways for us to recognize mile markers that we're out of place. So if Gary stands up here and I'm at this distance, what distance is this?
Contact.
It's contact distance. And what distance is this?
Control distance.
This is control distance. Shoulder distance would be control distance. Shoulder chest. What's this distance?
Elbow distance.
It's transition distance. So, remember we were here? We're at control, and we go, what distance am I at? Transition. Back to control, right? Now what happens if I do this? I'm at contact, and this is a terrible place to be. So think about contact distance. If he's got a knife, that's like his perfect distance to plunge the knife in me. Or if he's got a fist, it's the perfect distance for him to hit me with his fist. Or kick, or whatever. You understand? Contact distance is the worst. That's why what Mutodori is, just do like that. Mutodori is, we come together and I got to get through, here's contact distance. I've got to get through this space to control. So way we want to think about it, just like we were talking yesterday, Mark, is I'm not stopping at contact. I recognize that that is a thing, but I'm just getting through. So he's here, and I'm here. I'm not here. This is not a thing, okay? That's stopping at contact. I'm going, pew, okay? Do you understand that? So think of contact almost like a transition place. It's not, but think about it that way. Just getting through there. Because your transitions, you're actually going to be inside the danger zone. So hold your arms out like this, right? So I'm actually inside the danger zone when I'm transitioning, but I have toe tokus in place. Do you understand? Whatever they are. Okay? This is the transitional stuff. Understand? I'm inside, control, transition, control, okay? Just so you have a visual of what we're talking about. Hand distance is contact, transition, control, okay? That's the distances. So if you're doing it, someone who's on the outside looking and be like, why didn't that work? You stopped at contact. Or you were in control, and when you transitioned, you went past transition distance. You understand? So it becomes easy to just look and recognize with very, very tactile feedback and easy stuff. So years ago, we had the Budo, which were the 9 kaname, which were mathematical formulas for kamae and distance and time and stuff. They're great. And it's not useful at all in the middle of training. They're great if you're a teacher who's doing it and you can sit back and be like, so what's the rule of kamae? It's where you can move in any direction, or you can move in the direction you need to go in next, but the other guy doesn't know which direction you're going in next. And deception's built into it. Okay? So, okay, but how do you think about that while you're doing something? You can't, which is why they're not useful for training. They're useful for diagnosing from the outside. So we don't use that so much now. Okay, we want tools that as we're training, if Gary comes in and he punches at me, right, boom, I know right now what? The other punch is coming, and what distance am I at? I'm in transition distance, right? So he's gonna do the next punch, I'm gonna be like, oh, boom, and I'm here. What's he gonna do immediately? He's gonna make distance, so we're gonna go into transition. Do I even have to think about any of that? No, I can feel, where is he on me? Does this make sense? So everything has to move out of the realm of conscious calculation, like, reading a paragraph or reciting a paragraph. It's too late for that. You can't put words to it. It's just a feeling. So Soka is always saying, it's not a wazi, it's a feeling. We've heard that, right? Yeah. And then everybody uses that as an excuse to just be total shit. Well, it's not important that you're good at anything, it's just a feeling. No, that's retarded. What is the feeling? Okay, the feeling of my big toe hurts is not a feeling that helps me with this guy taking me out, right? So you can't just use the blanket word feeling. The feeling we're talking about is, as he punches, like, whoop, he just touched me a little bit, and I'm here, and I have this pressure. This is a feeling. He feels this, I feel this. Everything happened in this moment, so do your next thing, right? It goes, boom. Understand? This is a feeling. I'm here. I don't have to think about it. I am thinking about it because I'm talking about it. But as I'm here, my body just naturally goes whoop into this space so that he's going to go for the next thing. And I go, here. And then there's whatever. You understand? It's a feeling. So let's start with jumping right into Muto Dori. And we're going to do a bunch of different Muto Doris because I don't want you to make a kata out of it. That's exactly what happens every time. So the Muto Dori, Gary's going to come from here. So we have a sequence of Muto Dori, which is level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, right? Level 1, basically I stand still and he comes at me. So he's controlling the distance. He's got to get past my attacks now. Wait. So as he comes in, I'm going to do this. He's going to Muto Dori that. That's what we're starting with. Now, if you can't kick that high, you can do this. As he comes in, you can go, whatever you can do. It's irrelevant. The point is, it's a kick. So can you guys partner up and just make sure you have enough distance that he's got to take at least 3 steps to get to you. It doesn't have to be all the way across the dojo. Just a little bit like this. So we could literally be like way over here and Gary's over here, right? So you got more room. But you're just doing that. And you don't have to break their ribs. You just need to put the kick out there. And he's going to either stop you before you get your kick off, which is chinokata, or he's going to make you think he's going to do that, and then you throw the kick, and he's going to whoop, and then he's going to come in and do suinokata, or ka, or fu, or whatever, right? He's going to do a variation. So get ready. You're going to come in and be like, boom. So I shut that down first. Okay, you're either going to do chi, or you're going to do one of the variations. Make sense? Well, let's try that. So I made the attack a kick, right? So what did you try to do then? You knew he's going to do a kick. So you did kick stuff. Why do you think he's going to do a kick? Well, because I said he's going to do a kick. Do you understand? Do you understand how stupid we get in our training? It's like, oh, well, if you know what he's going to do ahead of time, do you really need to do martial arts training? Right. No. And why haven't you won the lottery like 47 times? So you got to treat it as if you don't know. Does that make sense? So if you're up here again, I'm going to come at you. As I'm here, I'm going to go. You got it. You're the kicker.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. So I'm here and I go. Did you see me going for his kick?
Yes.
Right.
It looks like everything else that you go.
It's the same. What do I do? So do a punch or something when I come in, right? From here, I'm going to be like. It's the same thing. It was on the other side, which is the same thing. So every time you're coming in, Chino kata is not this. Right? I'm doing this. Does this make sense? Yes. And if I have to do sui, it may be something like this. I'm going to go. You see it, right? You see it. If I make it look stupid, you see it. But it's there. Those are archetypal ideas, not what you actually do. Okay? So treat this again as if you don't know what he's going to do. You do know what he's going to do. He's doing kicks. You just want to make sure that when you do your move that you don't know what it is.
I was here, so just in case, you should show to the video people.
Oh, you were blocking the camera.
Yeah.
Okay. So go over this way.
I don't have eyes like that.
Right. So again, what I'm saying is, it's chi. So I'm coming in and I'm going to go. Foom. Right? Whatever the thing is. It's chi, so when I'm coming in, I'm going to go, pow! So I just shut that down because I'm in earlier. Mm-hmm. Or it's sui, so I'm going to go, okay? And notice I let him touch me a bit, right? See, if you're like, do that again and kick me, right? If you go where he can't kick you, you also can't get him. Just right? He's going to be right there. So what we're trying to get to is we're going to go, whoop. See, I can still reach him. He gets me or doesn't get me, but I'm able to get control positioning, right? This is super important, and no one does this statistically. Nobody's practicing this. They're doing this. And okay? Or they're like, don't kick me. Right? They're like, don't do a thing. So you have to not know what they're going to do. Does this make sense? Yeah. Good. So try this again with not knowing what they're going to do, even though you know what they're going to do. Because maybe, as an uke, sometimes you just go, no. Right? Just to help them realize, I was too focused on what I thought was coming. Okay? Give that a shot. Sui no kata, right? Mark, can I borrow just a minute, right? Just give me a ski, right? So, one. Now notice, as he does that, do that again. It's one. It's not. That's two. It's one. Okay? And it's one. Okay? So, but I'm going to slow that down. Okay? So what's important is I'm already at the end of this thing. It's done when my foot touches down. So watch this again. As he's coming in, I'm already done. Does it make sense? Okay. So as he does this, I'm going back. This is going, and this is just taking and creating something here. But if he punch and pull this back so fast, I can't touch it, right? So whoop. Do you understand? So this is not actually, okay. It might make contact with that. Just hold your arm out a minute. So this is not here anymore. This is the thing I'm trying to hammer into people all the time. This doesn't exist in the real world anymore. It's already moved, that's already happening, or that's happening, or something else. But this isn't here anymore. So this, not happening. Okay, just so we understand that. But this position here, can you pull this back? It's still in place for whatever's going on here. Okay, so there's only minor adjustment for the next thing, or it's attacking. Does that make sense? Also, as he does this again, it's whoop, this is already coming in here. Okay, so notice the timing of this punch. It's, okay? I'm exaggerating so you get it. But when this all speeds up, it's very, very fast. So it looks like this. It goes boom. Okay? It looks like that when it's sped up. And I'm, we're not going to shoot to the neck, or you're not going to be able to do that. I'm just putting it there because you recognize that, right? So you understand this. So now with the kick, what's that going to be? So when he does the kick, and I go, do you understand?
Yeah.
This is Joranuke, or kick. So this is Joranuke. Do you understand? It's all just Totoku. So you have to have something there. If I do this, kick. If I go, he's punching me. He's controlling this kukan. See his position, see everything looks great, and see how I'm slightly back at this moment? He's controlling the kukan. So now when he kicks me, I go. See, I was already in the space that he needed to occupy next.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? This is what I'm trying to get you to do. And it just, so like leg kick me, right? So it's, see, I'm gonna let you kick. So leg kick, so it's, see he's right there, so one more time. So just, understand? I need to be right on the edge of that where it's like, he feels he's gonna get it. It's gotta be there. If I'm too far away, he's gonna recognize it's not working, he's gonna adjust. And maybe he's faster, better, has more tools than you. Assume that he does, or she, or whatever. The gorilla, okay? Assume the gorilla has been well trained. Okay, so do this again, and your chi is already, you beat him to the strike. And that's difficult to do when the guy's like ready and he's angry. It's difficult for me to beat him to the strike when, here I come. Like he gets to, he's the batter waiting for the ball, right? So you got to figure out how to be the pitcher and the baseball. You're trying to pitch yourself a funky knuckleball or, a speed ball or something, right? Or somewhere like, and the ball goes, right? Something, I don't know. You got to do that. Does that make sense?
As the ball's moving.
As the ball's moving. So now let's change the attack. Just changing the attack. Just do something. Do we have any of the knife stuff here? Just get a knife. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's fine.
That's awesome.
All right. So now he's just there, and you're gonna. This time we're gonna go to level 2, which means he gets to take a step. So he's gonna step, and he's gonna do whatever his attack. I don't know what his attack is. Just do whatever attack, right? So as I come in, I'm gonna be like, understand? That's what we're gonna do. So slow that down so they can see what happened here as I went. See what that looks like? And this was all here, and this was all here, but I just wanted you to see what the body did. Now, I didn't know what kind of attack he was going to do. He may do something different. Okay? But I don't know what he's going to do. That's the whole point. Do something different with your knife, right? So as I come in, I'm just going to go, whoop. See, there's a slash, but it didn't matter. It doesn't change what I'm doing because I don't know what he's going to do. But what I am going to do, here, back up this way just a bit so it's easier to see on there, is slow motion now. When I'm coming in, I'm going. See what that looks like?
Yeah.
I'm still shooting this out. It may be this. Boom. Okay? Don't know. But level 2 is he gets to go and get you. So it's faster. And he's starting to take a little bit of control of the pace of what we're doing. Mm-hmm. At level 1, he doesn't control the pace. This person does. Right. Now he's starting to take like 10% control of the pace, that last part. Make sense? Yeah. Change partners and let's try this with the knife. Do a few. Yeah. Okay, now do it one more time. Now that was much better. Why?
Because it was first.
Yes, because you're. So Gary, like everyone, is trying to catch the timing. You're not going to catch the timing. Because he's trying to catch the intellectual calculation timing, like, okay, there's a thing, it went by, now I go in. If it went by, you're too late. You already have to be going. So do it again and get cut. So now start farther away, Gare. So you got like, you gotta come in, and he gets to come in at you, right? So go ahead. Right, so now that wasn't terrible. Do that again. Good. What's Gary doing a little bit of?
I'm walking around.
Now, how much cooler was that?
I'm done.
Well, you see what I'm saying though, like, right? And it's on the camera, you can see it's like, okay, you went around and you create the space that he needs to to fight you. You went straight in, which doesn't make sense, but it's chi. You went straight in, which is the very first, most fundamental, basic thing ever in this Budo, is that move. Is this move? It's ping, straight in. Why is it straight in? Because that's the most efficient way. The shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, not a curve. Okay?
Well, but Go-Go-Roo is circular motion, Sensei.
Get the fuck out of here, okay? Just go straight in. You have curves because the human body works on circular motion. But that doesn't mean you make a circular motion. Okay? It means you go straight. Your body's doing the circular part. Okay? This is a circular motion because that's what my arm does. This is a circular motion because that's what my joints are doing. They're going, they're not going straight. The end result of this goes straight. All the rest of it's circular moving. Everything is moving circularly. Your spine rotates. Your spine doesn't go straight. There's no straight. There's only rotational movement. That's all there is inside. It's a bunch of rotational stuff happening. Like water molecules going. They don't go straight. They rotate around. Nothing goes straight. Everything is rotational. So we're already rotational. So go straight. Your rotational will happen. Does this make sense? You don't have to make rotational. It will just happen. That was really good. So can you guys do that kind of thing? Good, try that. So I just heard someone say, I'm trying to do sui. Yeah, I know. Right. Damn it, Jung. What should you be trying to do each time now? Just curious to know. Which is chi. You're just trying to do chi. Your nervous system, just do it. You're going to screw it up sometimes and get hit. Okay. Okay. But through that process of just trying to get in every single time, you're going to recognize when you can't. You're going to recognize when you can't. If you try to create an artificial situation where you don't go in, your vibe that you put off changes, and that person has to read it. It's inevitable. They're going to read it. So just make your vibe, I'm going in, 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 I'm going in. And at some point you realize, I can't go in. And that's when you stop and create just a little rhythmic pause. Because actually, can I borrow, whatever, Dennis, you got a knife, right? So as I come in at Dennis, it is not this. There is no back. This is sui. This is chi. Can you recognize the difference of the two? I used a different arm, but that's not the point. Do you understand what I'm saying? So with sui, what was the difference of chi? What was the difference?
There was no pause, no break, no honest.
So the pause was when I did sui, it looked like this. I went, cut. See what that looks like? Notice there was no backwards, nothing. Nothing went backwards. Nothing stopped. I did change the rhythm. So it would look like this. You get ready, then it's when I'm close enough to step up and cut, right? So it looks like this. Pum, 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 pum. Understand? See the slowdown right there? Try to cut me. Don't wait and wait for the signal from sensei to cut. Just get me, okay? No, you're too late.
Got him.
Better, but faster. That's sui. See how small little movement I put in there? That's sui. So you understand there's two parts of this, right? He's got to stop waiting for it to do the right thing. Whatever the right thing is, I don't know. Every time it's like, well, I don't know, am I supposed to do this? I'm supposed to do that? Should be like, no, get him. Even if like, God, stop getting me, man. You keep cutting me. Good. That's the lesson. Stop muddying this up. Make it crystal clear. You did it. You didn't do it. And then everything comes down to millimeters, nanometers. Everything is very, very small. Otherwise, it looks like, it looks like that, and that's never going to work. That's never going to work. you're going to get crushed in that. It's got to be, you ready? It's got to be that. Do you understand? It's got to be that. Okay? So let's do this again and try that. And then we're going to just change again. Okay? Try that. Damn it. A couple of things, but this one point that I'm trying to hammer home about is this. Can you guys maybe try that again? It probably won't end up there. That's okay.
With or without your glasses? With my glasses. Come on, I want to see this.
I've been dangerous.
Okay, so see how Chris, he went boom right into here, okay, and Cam was coming through this space right here. Yep. But now Cam is outside the space right here. Is that correct or not? Yeah. Yes. So in Germany, the cow catcher on the front of a train is called a plow. So we say, be the plow, not the cow. So Chris was the plow. Chris came in here with his head like this, and because I'm on the path where his head is, and then he went, and Cam goes, bounce. Instead of Chris, just walk towards me slowly, instead of Chris doing this.
Yeah. All right.
And almost everybody's doing some version of this. Do you understand? You're like, come in, do some punch slow. You're going. Do you understand? Because we trained that for years. Right? Maybe you're going like, see that? You're trying to go around the thing that already happened. So there was a wreck. The emergency crew came, cleaned it all up, and you're still trying to drive around it, but you don't need to because it's not there anymore. So same, that punch already happened. You don't have to go around it anymore. So when he's coming in and I'm like this, it's just boom. That's what he did. That's correct. Okay?
So there's this fallacy that if we don't go straight in, it's safer for some reason. Like,
dude, it's because of this. Where's that blue fluffy knife? Right. Okay. Good. So here's why. When I'm here and I got a knife, and I go, your brain, your eyeballs see the after image of this blue streak. Okay. So if I go, you see that blue streak. You know where the blue streak is. Then you're trying to go around the streak. But the streak is just an after image of pixels on your eyeball. Not literally, you know what I'm saying? It's just a construction that your brain made of something that happened in the past. And now you're trying to go around this thing that doesn't actually exist. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is just human nature. It's normal. It's why we have feints and stuff like that. So we do this, or we do this, and people see that, and then they start to react to that thing. Does it make sense? What I'm trying to tell you to do is, if you practice chi no kata as your philosophical starting point for going in on Mutadori, you won't do that. Because you're like, I don't care. I'm going to get cut, don't get cut, doesn't matter. Don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care. Until you have the capacity to control. And then you're like, oh, well now I can purposely do sui or ka or something like that. Does that make sense? But until then, you can't purposely do it. You need to just go in until you're no longer concerned about that thing. I know it seems ridiculous, but we all do it. We all do it. Look, every time you get a new student in and you're like, okay, I'm gonna swing the stick at you like this, what will they do? They'll try to run around that way. I talk about this a lot, and if you watch horror movies where someone's trying to run someone down with a car, they're on a street.
Yeah, they keep running on the street.
They keep running on the street. It's like, why would you keep running down the street? You would just get off. You would just get off, right? But they don't. They're trying to outrun this thing. They're not. It's not even possible. It's the same idea with this. If I'm on here, this is coming around. Why are you going to try and outrun this around here? You can't. So that's the other half of this. You're not going to outrun it. But also, it's not even there anymore. It either got you, very possible, or it didn't get you. If it didn't get you, it's just a blur of light. It's not a thing that's going to stop you. Unless you were traveling also at light speed, in which case maybe the photons run into each other. I don't know. That's a different thing. Okay? right? Moving on, right? You understand? So try not to get caught up in the after image of the thing. Just move so that your reflexes become correct. Does it make sense?
I mean, without the process of thinking about what we're trying to do, you'd naturally do that anyways, right? Something's coming at your head. You know, it's like, oh, geez, you move out of the way or something. So you're like, kid's going to run over your foot with a tricycle. You pick up your foot. I mean, these are natural things for preservation that we do.
Yes.
But in the context of trying to train them in a physical conscious mind, we totally forget that this is something you're just going to do anyways, guys. Just do what you naturally would do.
Well, so what he's talking about is if Dennis is there and that goes flying at him, he's going to do something, right? He's going to. It's just natural. So he's going. But the difference is like in this relaxed situation, there's no threat going on there. Something comes out you, it could be a roach or a rat going to run up your pant leg, or you know what I mean? That's you're like, I don't want to get away from that. But right now, I know I'm in the situation. And that dude's doing something. So now I'm not like I'm not reading a book and something comes at me out of the blue. I'm in the situation. So now I'm in a different context. So now I have this reflex that I don't want to take control over me. Yes? If I'm sitting there and something comes flying out of the blue like this, I want a reflex that goes out of the way. I want that reflex. But when I'm sitting here, I don't want to be controlled by my reflex to do the wrong thing. So now that I'm in this situation, this context between me and the attackers or whatever that is, now I have a different set of reflexes. I have the ability to fine tune what my reflex does. You still have a reflex. So if Gary comes up and punches me in the stomach, right? I have a reflex to punch me hard, right? I have a reflex to do that. If I'm not looking here, Gary's punching me in the stomach, I go, now he punches me in the face.
Right.
Okay? Right. But Gary punches me and I have chances, he punches me, go ahead and punch. Boom! Now he doesn't punch me in the face. And you see I'm letting him hit me, but he's not hitting me. Okay? So understanding that, if he goes to punch me in the mouth, go ahead. Understand? I still have the reflex. Yeah. I don't, but I'm not doing this. Do that again.
Yeah.
See the difference?
The context in which the reflex happens has totally changed.
Yes. So now I'm able to put a damper on that reflex. I'm able to have some
manipulation.
I have some agency in this situation. I have the ability to my desire of what I want to occur can inject, rather than I'm just laying here in bed and like something splats on my chest and I'm like, what is that? You know, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's.
Ehen was supposed to be that attempt to train us into a reflex that wasn't just flailing. I mean, that was the whole idea. Ehen was an emergency position, but it might have been to advance, to start with beginners and tell them, one of the best Ehens is to go right into the guy. Because if I'm a white belt and you say, here's your emergency position, guy comes at you with a sword, run into him. I don't know that I would have had at that time a way to do anything except get cut and killed.
But that's okay. I want everyone to get cut and killed, cut and killed, cut and killed.
But we're a little,
yeah.
I mean, we have a little more sophistication now.
Yeah, well,
theoretically.
But I still put my brand new people right through that. There's just get killed, get killed, get killed, get killed, get killed, get killed. Because then they know where the kill zone is.
Mm-hmm. The biggest problem is we still don't know exactly where the kill zone is.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
We've created so much bubble wrap around our training. And you have to have some of that, because otherwise you just got injuries all the time and everyone stops training. So you have to have some bubble. I'm using a pool noodle, okay? So you have to have some bubble wrap.
You've also evolved this into a system.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Before it was like, come here, you're going to spend your whole life. We'll start you here. You'll be.
That's right. That's right. That's right. It takes 50 years. Well, not according to the guy that you say it takes 50 years from. You know, Soke's like, it takes 10 years. 10 years. Then I've been hearing this 10 years since the 80s. Right? So it's like, well, why aren't we doing it in 10 years? Because no one's doing what he said. people take one piece and we'll do that, or another piece of that, but they're not doing what Soke said, which is like, this is this. Like, you got to get in there and do it. And they did that.
Surgery, we systematized flight, we systematized war.
We got to systematize this. That's true. It wasn't systematized. Soke did all the hard training before any of us started. We were still kids. Okay? Or not even born, maybe, you know. So Soke's doing his hard training then. Then by the time that the foreigners were actively engaging in the 80s and stuff, he'd already been through the knuckles to the face and, you know, the chipped teeth and the kick the balls and everything like that over and over and over and over and over again. They'd already been through that. And that kind of went away when all the foreigners showed up. Okay, so we didn't have that. We just started taking their word on what to do, but they had already been through that. They had already gone through the hard training. So what I'm saying is we got to do hard training, but not in a way that makes everybody want to quit. Because Soke's like, he had 6 original students, you know, and then like 1,000 people that came through and ended up with like 4 original students, you know what I'm saying? So those are not good odds in terms of, you know, retention. Yeah, retention. So we want to be able to retain, and also we're much older now. You know, we're not 20 years old. So we want to train in a way that's still fun and athletic and dynamic, and we can get up and go do something tomorrow, not like lay in bed, right? So as we do this again, let's go to level 4. So level 4, and it helps you to get straight to the point, is Gary's going to be just like level 3. I'm going to come at him, but I'm just going to keep swinging until he gets control, right? So I'm here, I'm really like, so see how he tried to stop and just touch my shoulders, but I'm perfectly balanced and stuff? You need to like get something. I'll stop when you get it, right? So, good. See there, I'm like, he's got me moving there. Yes, I can still touch him with a knife, but not effectively, okay? Otherwise, if I can stand here and just go over and over again, you don't have control. If I'm going, you have control. Understand the difference? Good, let's try that.
Flips.
Oh, yeah. I think a lot of you know some of these already, but within that thing I talked about earlier, the Budo code, these 9 kaname, the 9 critical points, one of them was something called katachi. Katachi, katachi. Katachi means the shape, the form of it, the shape of it, which often is what people are talking about when they're talking about your kata or your form. It's katachi. Okay? So what is the algorithm, the axiom for correct katachi? It is this. Yeah, you use your body where you have pockets, okay? In other words, this is a pocket. This is a pocket. This is a pocket. This is a pocket. You understand? You place your pockets against your opponent's pockets in a way that neutralizes them, but also controls how they can move to the next position. So an example of this is, just give me this armor, right? When you do mushidori, everyone already knows that it looks something like this. So there's a pocket of my wrist, right? Can go here. And there's a pocket of my armpit, which can go here. So people do this. But also, I really want to get a pocket of this here, this up in here, so that, feel that? But there's another pocket that goes up across underneath his chest, right here, which locks this whole structure out. There's no gap in here. I've taken up all the space. Does this make sense? So how would I do that if I were here? See this shape right here? See this goes, so right now, this is his deltoid. Tricep comes down in here, right? So right off this muscle, I'm like, whoop, there's just a little gap. And feel this thumb just fits right in there. And my thumb is right into this shoulder control. So as I link, I'm also,
Pocket there.
the pocket of my shoulder into, he's got a little pocket right here, you know, like we all have right here. So I'm just like, it's in there. So this doesn't feel devastating. My hand is hooked and on his tricep down near the elbow, so it doesn't feel, I'm not squeezing, I'm not pushing here, I'm just in the way. I could also be like this. See how my hand just naturally fits around the, sorry, let's turn this way. My hand naturally fits around this. See how my elbow's right here? This, I'm trapping all his movement out of here. It won't stop him. But when you pull this knife arm out, right, it goes right into this next pocket. And this moved where it fell down into this right here, right? And also, don't move your feet. You can't see this on the camera so well. My foot is The pocket, my arch is around his heel, and then my knee is pointed right here in the pocket underneath his kneecap. So underneath my kneecap, you see this little divot right here? I'm in his divot. Now, I'm not thinking about any of that as I do it. I just have the feeling of sliding until I reach pockets. So you don't think about, you just know, oh, yeah, the edge of my pants is at my wrist here. You probably aren't doing too much of this. Wrist deep inside. No one's doing that because it looks not, right? So, you put your hand in maybe to here, maybe you do this because you don't want to be seen to be looking like you're digging for something, right? So, but you don't think about that. You don't have to be like, let's see, no, what if we can just, no. You don't do that. You just go until you reach it. And if it's not all the way in, you kind of jiggle your hand around until it fits perfectly. Does that make sense? Same when you're putting your shirt on. You put your arm in the sleeve, and you don't go like, okay, that's good. And it's all bunch of, you're like, till it fits. You don't look at it. You don't have to go look in the mirror. Did I do that correctly? You understand? This is all a feeling of how you fit relative to them. So when I'm coming in, he's doing his thing, right? I'm going boom, boom. I just did this. He's going to move. Then I go, and see, I just got this one. See, this is here now. And he moves different. I'm just going to keep moving. Just move out of the way, right? Maybe I go like this. See, so I'm just moving from one to the next, right? And as he does, do whatever you want to do next, right? Boom. See, I'm just letting him do it. Phil, this is just taking up the shape right here, and I'm just wrapped around here, and he's going to move out of this and do the next thing. Don't care. Right? It just traps itself in there. Notice I bring my hip forward so that I just got a little bit of pressure here so I can feel. And at any point, obviously I can be like, whoop, and take him out. You guys already know these things. Look at these control points. So they're called, we say gachiten in Japanese, which means confluence point. If you draw two circles and you bring the circles together, it's a tangent point where they touch. That. But gachiten also sounds like gotcha. Gotcha points. 10 is points. So gotcha points are, can I borrow Hiromi a minute? Just put your arm out. Again. See how this all loops together for this shape of Ganseki Nage, or this shape of Ganseki Nage, or this shape of Ganseki Nage, or this, understand? It's just fitting it in there. Muso Dori looks like this. See, I'm just, whoop, all these things. That's the rule of katachi, the kaname of katachi. And you should practice some of that too. And we do. So we do a lot of stuff like we're here, and we practice going. See, I'm set up for the Mushidori, and then when she moves, I go right into the Mushidori. I can hold the elbow here, I can hold the wrist. I can transition. Understand? See, everything just fits in. Just practice in doing that. Doesn't take long. Just people puzzling, okay? So don't worry about that too much. Just not now. In your own training, do some like, okay, let's just practice. Okay, we come here. And then just see how many pieces you can get in there. But really, don't over worry about it. Your body wants to do this. Just like when you're riding a bike. Your body will find where you should be on the seat. Like you know, the seat comes around, has like kind of the pointy thing in the end. You don't like accidentally just stay on the pointy end and you crack. You don't be like, oh, I don't know, why would I change that? You're like, no, that's uncomfortable, so you move. You know what I'm saying? You don't hold the handlebars like over here when the grips are over here. You just naturally find the right places. So don't worry too much about this. You're going to do it, but do it. Don't get sloppy and just be like, well, this is okay for Mushidori. Okay? Well, that's nothing's really going to happen. Okay? So you need to do it, but don't worry too much about it. It's weird.
So really looking at like the points in time where your bodies intersect the most efficiently. So you have no power, no strain, because you're not here, you're...
Yeah, that's correct.
Kind of here.
It's like a net rather than a clamp.
Or like a capture. They would always, like the old times would talk about capturing.
So when I talk about how to do this, it's overshoot, right? So if Hiromi punches at me, right, I overshoot to get the scapula. So when she pulls her hand back, she runs into this shape. Then I overshoot. I don't go here. I overshoot. So that if she step out of it this way, I still catch it. Whereas if I were here, she's going to be able to get out of it. Does that make sense?
So it's almost like you're working 2 or 3 pockets up so that the
Yes.
secondary pocket, if moved, can then do
Yeah,
the background
that's right.
part.
That's right. That's why I say when we catch with the hand, like I'm gonna grab her wrist right here. Pretend this is her neck. We don't go like this. We go like this. So we shoot past, open up the parachute, and then drop in on it. So it goes whoop past and in. Not everyone does this. Everybody gets the shoulder. Put your arm down a minute. Everybody tries to get the shoulder like this, but it needs to be. You shoot past. So see how much extra room I have? So if she's moving backwards at the same time, it'll hook on. If I'm here, she's moving backwards, it slips free. Okay, this is a simple thing that needs to be just done over and over and over and over again. And then you just have less slippage. Less slippage, okay? So let's try that. Just keep doing the same thing you're doing, but just when you go to your control position, just take a second and be like, does this feel like your control position? I don't know. Don't take a minute. Just take an extra second and be like, okay, do it again. Okay, so just do a thing first. I just want to see what we're doing. And yeah, you're doing the knife, and he's going to just get the control. Okay, we're there, good. And do it again. Be a little more lively. Don't look so about it. Good, good, good. So I don't want to stop too much on this, but what did Gary do? He put the brace out there, right? And that's like, So at that point, what does Mark need to do? Anybody? Melt through. Melt through. He's got to do the melt through. We're not going to spend time on that right now. Later, maybe. But just do something else again. Good. Oh, so at the back. Okay, now switch. You see, we're mostly getting to the back. It's great. Now there's the brace. You saw Mark using the forward arm brace, right? Gary's got to melt through. No. So what was fundamentally wrong with that? Yes, he stopped. He stopped. He didn't do chi. You got to just do chi. It may turn into sui, but you can't do sui. Yeah. You can't do sui. You got to do chi. Okay, so when you guys felt good, you were basically, everyone was getting, here, everyone with me? We're here. Right, now what do we do from there?
Get control.
Well, so within the Bujinkan, we have these techniques known as Kihon Happo. Kihon means foundational and Happo means 8 ways, okay? Because you never ever heard of these, right? No. So, again, they're part of the 6 treasures of the Bujinkan. So, you should probably get good at them. Maybe understand them. Understand how that they work. Maybe, just as a theory, as mine, just saying, okay? So, how would you do if you got his back? Can you get in his back position right there? All right, I said, all right, now I want you to do Ganseki Nage. How are you going to do Ganseki Nage from there? Without him just standing there like an idiot and you walking around him. Without him just standing there like an idiot and you walking around him.
Fair enough.
So, you're there, go.
Whoa, men's fight.
Yeah.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, this is what you can expect, right?
It's going to be tough from that position with that knife,
Okay.
especially on the front side. Yeah.
Right? Does anyone think it's not going to be tough to do that? No. Does anyone think that they can come up here right now and do it? Good. Then let me show you a shortcut. Can you get in that position again, please? Now, if you want to get through the phases of freedom, contact control, to containment. Containment means they can't move in any direction, right? If he's still standing, how do you have him in containment?
I don't.
You don't, right? So I'm going to make this a little bit easier and say you don't have to do Ganseki Nage. You're going to have to do Mushadori.
Okay.
Okay? With what I just said, can you imagine what you might need to do? Nobody tell him. Can you?
I think
think.
Just try something. Okay, now, do it again from the very beginning and see if you can do that while he's resisting. Okay, so in order to get someone to containment, which means they cannot move in any direction, that won't happen while they are standing. Therefore, please try it again. Sweet. Okay. Yeah. All right. So you guys know what we're going to be working on now? Get him to the ground. Now, let me make it way less effortful. Okay? So you're here. He's going to be trying to get out of this that way. Obviously, he wants to turn. So just load him forward, load him back. This is going to be the threat. This is where the knife is. Right. So just go, boom, over the top and get his mushidori. Okay? It's not really rocket science. Just give that a shot. Let me show you again. Let me borrow Hiromi. Yes. Give me the knife. Okay. Now just watch. Blah, blah, blah. You're here.
Side.
Okay. Load your weight onto their upper back, shoulder, neck area. The bracing that they will do here is, bam. Okay. As I load this up, I'm then going to sit it down. So she's about to fall down. See my hand is controlling this?
So I'm almost like sitting air chair.
So I'm holding up with my leg. I'm going to let her go here in a minute. What? You guys are doing this. Sit down, fall down.
Do this. I didn't do like that. The face.
Okay. If you were standing here, and I said, all right, you're here, and you've got to do mushidori on this arm, what would you do?
You'd want
What?
the inside of the arm.
So Dave, can you just walk over here and stand in this position and just do mushidori on this arm? Don't break her arm or anything. Just mushidori, that's Ganseki Nage.
This arm.
I'm out. You'd have to pass the knife in front of you to get to the other side, which you don't want to do.
Can anybody just do this?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Can anybody do that besides me?
Yeah.
Okay, so. Containment. I know you're looking at it going like, damn, that's easy. Yeah, it's easy. Make it easy. Stop making it hard. Jesus. In this, I've showed this a million times, but you need to see it again. John, just stand here.
Yep.
See how we're here? So do the cut thing at me, right? So you guys are like, boom, you're good. Boom, you're here. Okay? I'm going to relax. See how he's throwing me back this way? He's resisting this way. Okay. So what I want you to do is go. If he does this, do you understand? If he does this, cool. I'm going to break everything here.
Yep.
Do you understand? So he's being a dojo uke. He's just standing there.
Yeah.
Right? He's resisting the technique, not me. He's resisting the technique. Okay. It's okay. So you got to figure this out, Gary. So what I'm saying is this goes here. It just goes boom. And so he's bracing on that leg. So I'm going to figure, see now it's no brace. And he's about to figure, then I'm just going to, okay, I'll let it happen. As this happens, so I got this here. Now he might kick this out, so I'm just going to go whoop. I'm not going to put this on you. Then I'm going to come in here.
And then turn to talk to someone.
So this is containment because I'm free to go anywhere. I can boom, okay? But he cannot. Not without losing something. Okay? But how did I get him down? Let me borrow Gary. You're here. It's load. And if he does that, good. Then I do that, right? So as I load, and then it goes here. See what that looks like? So if he's like, I'm not going to stand back up, I'm not going to stand back up, good. you understand? But if he's like, I'm not going to get put in the ground, it's either forward or backwards. That's all there is. Now you can have some twisting on there, right? So when I'm like this, I'm going to might be going, see there's a little twist like that? Or I'm going to be going, see there's a twist like that? I'm not doing this. He's quite strong here. Probably I could hang on him. But I'm going to do this and doing this and. Okay? Just like omotegyaku. If I try to go straight, probably not going to work. But if I add a little this, a little that, and a little this, and a little that. Okay? You guys want to try it again? Good. Have fun. This won't be any easier, but it'll be different. Okay? So I got Gary. He's got his knife. Just hold the knife. Okay? Put it in your hand. Come here. Come here. You're here. Just do this. Lean. Transition. Do you understand? Yep. You guys are sweating too much.
They
slide down easier that way.
Right? So lean into them. Shoot this through. See, he slides down my leg. See, I'm holding his elbow. So he's up like this. Then I'm going to come all the way over. So I'm not grabbing, I'm just trapping it. Now, he can move out. So this is the trap of this, okay? I'm not doing this every time, but that's the containment, okay? Can you do that? Just knock him backwards? Yeah, try that. It's much easier. Now, I don't expect it, but there's a thing. Hatsumi Sensei said, he wrote down, you need to be able to see what I do one time. You need to be able to see it once and be able to do it. You need to be able to see it once. Well, again, how do you develop that kind of capability? There's a book by Malcolm Gladwell called Blink. It really goes into depth about this kind of subject, right? But essentially, you can't do that until you're an expert. Right. You can't, because you don't know what you're looking at. So here's what, come here a minute, just stand here. Here's what I'm seeing everybody do. What did I do?
Cross both legs.
Okay, so check this out. Even, see, I'm leaning him forward here. Actually, I'm here, right? And then I'm going to do this. Boom. Okay? Now, check this out. From here, what I'm really doing is going hip check. Okay? So, can you give me a Bujinkan kick? You guys ever see this? Yeah. You're never going to do that with a kick, but you are doing it here, right? So, it goes boom, whoop. See where he goes? See how easy and fast he goes down? And I don't have to take any effort on my part. It's literally just boom. So I'm just letting him slide down my butt to my leg. This is part of that katachi we were talking about earlier. Is I'm here, I'm going whoop. See where my foot goes? You guys clear with my foot? Where's my hip? It's right under the bottom of his. I'm bumping into his hip. Like this hip bone is right here. I'm shoving the hip bone over. See I'm on my toes? Balls of my feet? Then I'm just going boom. See how he sits down right here? Then I go, ooh, sorry about that. So I just turn right, see how it's trapped here? So I just like I'm standing up. Then pop. Okay, this is not hard to do. Let me do it on Matt because he's tall, right? It's especially important on Matt because if I'm here and I go, well, the leg's way over there. So it goes here and it goes, whoop. See how far he goes? So there was a moment where he thought he was going to go one way, but then it just kept going down the slide of my leg. And that's why, turn your leg like this. Don't leave your leg like this, because you're going to go down this way in your leg. So I'm going here, boop. This is a basic, super duper basic. Noguchi Sensei shows it this way. It's like you're here, and then you step on the foot with the heel, okay? So he's like you're here, boom, bam, whoosh, bam. It's a basic, and he's showing it all the time. No one ever does it. But you guys can do it. So try this again. Before lunch. Just do that again. Stop. Look at Michael's position. Now do your next position. Do your next position. Do the next thing that you're trying to do. No, never going to happen. Why? No, who cares? Why?
Right leg's back.
Look, no.
He's strong.
He's strong as hell right here. He's all lined up. So you're not going to be able to do this. Nothing's happening there. Nothing's happening there. So from this position, you need to go. See, there's a slight breakover like this. Then I'm coming here. Now my leg's going to come through. So I've screwed him into place here. Now I'm going to go.
And then you can step two.
Hang on. Wait. Go.
Yeah. Get that turn. Get the head.
Nope. And you're breaking your kamae all over the place. Can anybody tell her what she's doing wrong?
Trying to put slack and moving him out of the center.
One more time. So I took here.
So you're bouncing
But
this
he
way.
He
didn't
break his structure, he just rotated. Yeah.
Go to this point, just a little bit.
Where?
Push the enemy
Way
this
here?
way.
Wait. No, it's not that. It's that when he had you push into him, you fell on him. So you were here, then he moved you and you went, okay, well, you just took an extra step. The whole thing is done now. So I'm saying is, get here. Start here. Start here. Just start here. Start here. My feet are planted. Okay? Then I'm going to go.
Yeah.
See what his toes just did? Okay? I'm not going to do this because he's going to brace against me. I'm actually going, I'm exaggerating this way, but resist me. Now be strong. Okay? Be strong. So I just want to go. Just that's enough. See how his toes still come up? Then I get 2 steps.
Left, right.
1, 2. You understand? I don't get 3, 4.
From here, I should do.
No. You gotta try it. Just try it.
I don't know.
Try it.
Here.
No, you're trying to shove him across.
So should I do this?
Hold. Now, left step. Right step.
You're taking his upper spine slightly out with the front.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm the plow.
Yeah.
He's the cow. So just cut me a minute, right? Understand? He's over here. Then I'm going to make sure that he doesn't occupy the space. I'm going to go. I'm not pushing against him. I'm just making sure he doesn't come through the space. He can bring his foot forward. What I don't want is, bring your foot forward. I don't want the shoulder forward. Because, put your foot back. Now bring your foot forward. Do you understand? Now it's easy. So I just don't want this shoulder coming forward, which is why it's chi. Okay? So again, there's a difference between our intellectual understanding of chi done by itself, whatever, and what it actually is in application through a million different possibilities. It's literally this. Pow! It's literally this. It's not. Okay? It's literally this. It's not. Okay? Simplistic, but if we pull up YouTube right now and I type in Chi no Kata Bujinkan, you will see the most horrendous examples of what I just showed you. Okay? So you need to get. See, I'm right. I'm not pushing her.
Yeah.
But she can't push me. Mike is doing that to her. Mike's going, huh? He's doing chi, right? Okay? So let's practice this again for a couple more minutes. Talking going on now, which means it's time for lunch. Okay? But you guys understand like kind of what we're trying to get to. So we went through this flow. So what's the first thing? Get in, which is what? It's chi no kata. Okay, there's an archetype of a move, you know, whatever. But the principle of that chi is you make the first shot. You blow them up before they blow you up. You're the sniper that takes them out before they do their cool stuff. That's chi. Doesn't always work. Can't always do that. Sometimes you're too slow, and then you go into sui ka, fu, ku, that kind of. Understand? You end up getting these other Gogyo. So Sanshin is only chi no kata, as I've said a million times. The Gogyo is Sanshin with all the variations. Okay? So chi, if you can, as much as you can, and then sui when you can. Or ka, fu, ku, right? What else? So we did that. Mutadori, that's the Mutadori stuff. And then we got to control, and then what? We want to do some, we did our Sanshin, right? That's our chi, our Sanshin. And then we're going to do our Kion Happo. Well, how can we really do Kion Happo to actually do a Kion Happo? Control to containment, which means get them on the ground. Functionally, I mean, there are other ways to do that, but it's really a million times harder if they're not on the ground.
While they're falling to the ground is easier than normal.
Yeah, so learning to catch the transition of stuff while they're in the process of going from here down to there. And remember, when you get them in containment, you shouldn't be contained. You still have to be free. Okay, so this is part of the training. It's like if I'm doing BJJ, I will also contain myself while containing them. Do you understand? Like I'd get in there and just pull them into a rear naked choke. But now I'm also contained. So we don't want to do that. I'm not saying don't do BJJ. What I'm saying is, for what our purposes are, we still need to be free because multiple attackers, bad scenario, whatever the situation is, right? You got to save someone else, and all kinds of stuff. So that's really what we did today. We went freedom, contact, control to containment using chi and sui. Okay? Cool. Let's take a lunch break, an hour or so.
So it's 1:15. What time?
So, 2:30. 2:30? You can come back in earlier, but we'll say 2:30, like official.
Okay.
Yeah?
Before we go, can we get a head count for dinner? Like condos?
Who's not coming?
Sweet. Okay, so now, women's self-defense. We started getting into some of that, doing our thing. But there's a fundamental look to the position. So if I say that chi no kata is let's just say it's this, right? Just my hand is here. Let's just say it's this, whatever. Okay. Then women's self-defense is just before this finishes. So this is women's self-defense kata. Yeah, like that. You're like, what the hell? And by itself, it's stupid and weird and doesn't make any sense. In the application of it, it's funky. So if Gary's here, and Gary's going to give me a right punch, right? And I go, boom. See what that looks like? Now if I try to do this, Gary gives me a right punch. See the difference? Yeah. Okay, so the women's self-defense one is this. See, I look like a bad kamai, right? And this goes boop. And see how he's moved over there? And then I fall. Boom. Back to the man's kamai. And then he steps out of it, and I go, you can punch me in the face. Boop. Women's kamai. Man's kamai. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So this, again, it's not women's or men's. It's that we're taking a magnifying we're taking a magnifying glass to this one little part and blowing it up and looking at it. But remember, it happens like that fast. It's already over. Whereas this, you can stay in here all day. Try to stay in here all day like this. Yeah, you're just like, oh, it's kill. You can't. Okay? It's hard on the body. So when I'm teaching it, I have to keep getting in these goofy ass positions where I'm doing this stuff where I'm like, and I got to hold that, and my knees are like, oh, sweet Jesus, and then we're under pressure. So I'm showing it to you, practice a little bit, but remember, it's only happening in motion. Okay, it's only happening in motion. So if we go back to what we were doing earlier, when we're trying to get to this containment, there's these, not just borrow Gary again, come over here. Just hold my wrist. So we practiced this before, but we have like this one finger way of doing teodoki, right? So he's here, and we go boop, one finger, teodoki. Right. This is women's self-defense. Because what you're being forced to learn here in this, let's grab here so the camera can see, you're being forced to learn, use two hands. So whenever we do hands, on the masculine form of this, we would go, right, with our power. Here, we're going to have a bad kamae, take our stance away, and we're going to go, boom, and do one finger teodoki. We're just going to do this a little bit right now. We're not going to do a lot. I just want to make sure you guys are trying to get to it. Because what this really is where is the angle, the line, the spiral that you need to find, the position? How can I put it on him that he doesn't recognize that I have this superior force? Again, if he grabs me here and I go, he knows what's coming. No way is he staying there. So any of that's just horse shit. You know, and the truth is, two hands, you are not doing this. You're not doing that. You're just not going to do that. You're not going to do that. And again, this is not a realistic situation. We're just standing here, you know. But what we want to know is like, okay, can I get free of this without over leveraging this position? I have to create a new leverage position that I will use weaker muscles to do. So I will do it here. Okay, ready? So my thumb, boop. Can't really see it on the camera. My thumb is poking up right here. Then my elbow does this. Do you feel bad in your kamae at all? No, he doesn't. Okay, and then this just goes. Now, you will have done something like this before in your past. Right, my whole body, my cool masculine self-defense stuff. This is important. You need to know this. Because in reality, everything is a mix of the two. There is no just man's or just women's. It's a mix of these two kind of yin-yang concepts. But from here, it's just be strong, right? If I try to muscle this, see, he's going to be strong there. So I don't. I just get in this position. Now I'm going to change this angle. Boop. See, it's changed like that? And now see how my kamae looks worse than his? Then this goes right through in a teodoki form. If I do this, he feels it and he stops it. If I do this, he doesn't. Do you understand? Again, this is an exaggeration. This lets us work on this in a static form, which no fight's a static fight. Okay? But let's partner up and try this. Again, I've showed this before a million times, but maybe don't see it. Can I borrow you, Jung? You understand the San Shakubo. So if he's holding it here, he's holding us in a position where he's strong. So if I'm holding here, it's like it's going to be very hard to do anything. You get that, right? Because of leverage. But if I can get, for instance, if I could get it there, now I've changed the shape of this, even though he's still holding the same way, right? Now this just goes like that. It's easy. But what you're not thinking is, this is your forearm. This is my elbow. This is my hand. This is my thumb. Okay? That makes sense? This is my finger. This is the part sticking out. So release a minute. Hold my wrist. Do you understand? So yes, I'm here. You get this, right? So what I need to do is, if I do this, for instance, see it's done? See it comes around and just does that? So everyone has done something like that, where they go, boom, right? So it looks like this. We go down, okay? That's the big move. But what's happening there is you're moving the long end of the lever. This is the long end of the lever. So I can go. You understand that, right? But you can also move the short end of the lever and go. So I'm not moving this back in. So when he grabs me here, what I'm doing is there's a little bit of both. I'm going boop. That's the short end of the lever, long end.
I think like some people say, but some angle cannot see. So you should watch near. I recommend.
Okay, so I'm here straight, boom, boom. Now, I've got this thing, it just goes right through his arm here like this, right? But what I'm not showing you is just this. Hold this right here, right? If I can get this straight relative to his lever, see the levers are on the same, so parallel. Oh, he's weak there. Okay, he wants to relax a minute. He wants to be on this like 45-degree angle to this. That's where he's strong. Not 90 because the hand is not shaped that way. It's 45, it's strong right here. So he wants to be holding it like this. That's a strong power. If it's 90, see how it creates a gap right here? He doesn't want that gap. So this is natural. And remember, we're static, we're just standing here. This is not a real fight. This is understanding that in real life he's going to be going and something happening. Not, he's not hanging out here. So if I can get the angle on this so that the stick is parallel, see how he's weak already? So when we do it like this, it's like, see how it's weak? Just understand? So let go. When we do this, you easily see, I made it parallel. Did you guys see that? Yeah. I made it parallel from, did you guys see this? So here, I went, now I'm going, see how it's parallel this way? Then it goes boop. So what he perceives, because his eyeballs are here, and feels, I can do the same thing but from a different angle, and he doesn't perceive it. Cam just had a good analogy. You guys ever go to get like some kind of work done and they inject some painkiller? They topical pain, and then they put a little injection, and you feel like something's digging around in there, but you don't feel a needle, you don't feel pain. Okay? That's the feeling of this. You're like, well, something's happening, but it's no big deal. He's not getting free, he's not hurting me, he's not getting control until it's done. Does that make sense? So this is the leverage that I'm talking about, is if it's like this, we want it, but there's different ways to get like that, right? You can do it this way, and you could do it, this way. And so you don't have to only be this one way here. You can turn it over, and now, from this angle, it's all in the same line. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Maybe it doesn't make sense today. One day it'll make sense. But fundamentally, all you're doing here is I'm going, take out the space that I can. I can move my hand. See, my hand can move like this? I'm going to do this way. See, my hand's on this side? So if my stick was here, where does the long arm need to be? It's be over like this. Does that make sense? Yeah. Now this just goes bonk.
So when you have two hands, then you're working with two levers.
Then I'm working with the one closest to my wrist, fundamentally.
Oh,
see?
Okay. Yeah,
okay. It's hard if he does that, like the same grip here and here. I'm not going to be able to get up on here. He's not going to let me get up there. I mean, there's tricks, but it's like, ugh, can't get there. So I'm going to have to do the masculine thing, right? But he's not going to let me he's not going to let me move all over the place while he stands there like an idiot. So the two-handed one is easy. There's other stuff. There's other teodoki stuff, where you go, ha, ha, and then you do this. Okay, but we're not doing that right now. We're doing, I'm going to stand here on one foot, you grab me, two hands, don't care, and I'm going to go ding, ding, bonk, and get out of it. That's what we want. Not that this is ever a thing that's going to happen in a fight like this. But next we're going to go, and you got to do teodoki. Try doing teodoki with your whole body when they go, snatch, to here. You're not going to do it. Okay? So practice this again. Because none of this is static. The static is just for you to learn where the things go. But no fight is static. So if you get the world's best at the static, you still can't fight your way out of a paper sack. Okay? So just remember that. Just because you can do the most beautiful, clean waza with your partner who's choreographed perfectly with you, you still can't do shit for real. Okay? Still can't do shit for real. It's got nothing, one's got nothing to do with the other. This is just us wrapping our heads around it. But now what we want to do is this. So let me use either Gary or Hiromi. Which one of you want to do it? Okay? So, no, I'm going to do it to you. So now, I'm going to go here. And I'm going to snatch her. You ready? I'm going to go, boom. And she's got to figure out where to put that in there. Okay? You can zoom in on this cam. You can get close if you want, right? So ready? So it's boom. It's too late. Okay? So I'm going to slow this down a little bit. Too late. See how she's feeling the pressure and she's trying to get over there to have a better leverage point. So she's in effect, just pull me slow. She's going.
She's trying to walk.
See that? Okay, now, the way it's got to happen actually is this, grab me and pull slow. Whoop. See where I am?
Yeah.
See where I am?
Yeah.
Do you see where it happens?
Yes.
It happens when
Okay, so I shouldn't let you move so much? I should
Get that arm involved.
kind of?
see how you're trying to resist it? It's the opposite of resisting it. It's going with it.
So maybe I'm misunderstanding. I thought I shouldn't resist. That's why I go towards where you're putting. But it was wrong too. Right?
No, it is correct. You are going to go where I pull you. You have no choice about that. But the moment before, let me use Gary so you can see this. Gary, come here a minute, right? So as Gary's let's do this left hand so they can see this right here, right? As Gary's pulling, dunk, 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 right about now, see that the tension's kind of come off? I'm going to make it worse for myself. I'm here, okay? Right here is where you got to go, boom. Now, obviously, I'm not strong here. And I'm less strong in the middle of flying that way. So as he pulled me this time, it's boom. See what that happened? Did you see the moment where it fell into him? Yeah. Now, I still do the same thing you did, is I went over there because, pull me. I'm going to go over here. Okay, pull me. You see where it came on? Right before this touchdown? Now, I'm going to tell you, this is hard. That's why I'm wearing this stupid thing. Because I'm having to let him snatch me. I'm having to stop and stomp. So you see that just before my stomp, this happened.
So my waza was late? What? I didn't understand. So put me. So like before this leg touch, I needed to done.
Yeah, so don't move your feet. Let yourself bend over. As I'm pulling this, right about now, see this is my pull is done. No, I'm not going to pull it back here.
Yeah.
I'm going to go. See, it's going to come because I want to be doing something. I'm not going like.
We'll do it.
Right? So it goes, ooh, not too soon.
It's too soon.
So relax.
Midair.
Relax. Relax. Now.
Yeah.
Yes. Push. Now, see, now she's trying to get power instead of just doing this. Do you understand? Yeah. So here's your next exercise. Come here, Gary. Put your right foot there. Put your left foot back. Give me this. Bend over at the waist. Do the teodoki. See how he engineered his body to make it powerful? Yeah. Don't do that. Get your thumb up. Take all the slack up with your hand that you can. There. This is why we're taking the slack up with the hand. Because that's all he can move at this point. It has to be a reflex where it just goes boom and takes up the slack. But this is pretty good. Okay? Now, turn your head away, and as you do this. So, hold my wrist a minute. What he wants to do is, you understand? He wants to take his center line, his power zone right here. He wants to take this and go. That's what he wants to do. And what I'm saying I want you to do is go. The direct opposite of what you want to do with your masculine power. It's not masculine power, it's normal. Every chick will do it too. So you got to lift something heavy, no one goes with it. You go, understand? It's just obvious, overt, logical power. And this women's self-defense thing is the shadow side of that. It's the ura to the omote. Omote is obvious. Ura is, what are you talking about? Ura is non-understandable. That's this. So your drill is, get on your foot, get stretched all the way out, turn away and go boop to your teodoki, okay? So that you cannot generate bicep torque, hip torque, spine torque. Okay? Try that. So let's remember, what are some of the caveats or the rule of this women's self-defense Kamae position? It has to feel weak when you're doing it.
Check.
Uke and tori. It has to feel weak to both sides. And again, someone looking in from the outside, it has to look weak, has to look wrong, has to look weak. Which is why your logical, normal human brain that you've had your whole life is going to say, this can't be right. You're like, it can't be right. You must have to do a little bit of muscle here, a little bit of muscle there. But it's wrong. The muscle is coming from a different aligned position. All right, he's alive. So can I borrow you again, Mark? So as he's holding this, right, when I'm here, at this position, if I go, that's as far as I can go. There's literally no more lift. It's none. So it's here. So I have to change this relative position. See, I just changed the angle and my hand came onto this? Now, again, I don't want to stay here, but this turn of my head makes me do this more. In real life, I'm not going to turn my head and look back at the ceiling. This is not me doing the Bujinkan stunch punch. Okay? It's going to look more like this. I'm here. I'm going to go, boom. Now I'm here.
Well, it's just the same thing. You're getting
But do you see this alignment? See this alignment through here? And it's actually coming from here. So it's like boom, boom, boom. It's chi.
Check.
Right? Damn it! I thought I knew what chi no kata was. So again, I'm taking a snapshot or a freeze frame, really. It's a freeze frame. If there's 30 frames there, this is like frame number 28. Okay? Before the end. That's what I'm trying to blow us up to. You don't have to spend a whole lot of time on this. This hurts. It hurts your shoulder, it hurts your wrist, it hurts your knees, it hurts your spine to do this a lot. I'm telling you. But in order for me to demonstrate it, I got to do this goofy ass thing so you can see. But really, what I'm trying to get us to is if he grabs the pull like he's going to punch, right? That's all. We're trying to get to that. Now, if I just said we're going to do that, here's what everyone would do. Right, he's already hit me. He's like, I hit him 4 times already there, right? Or everyone would try and do this. And then he punches me in the head, right? So you understand? So what it is as he does this, I'm trying to say, we're like, boom. See how just matching that moment that his. So another analogy that I've been using lately is, you understand there's a circle has 360 degrees. It's one of those degrees is the correct one. Okay? So when you're Luke Skywalker and you're X-Wing fighter, and you're coming around the Death Star, and you got to drop your torpedoes down in the exhaust vent, and that's the only weakness on the whole entire Death Star, and you got to get it in there. It's what we're saying. All along this pathway, from here to the end of this won't work. You're like, no, 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 yes, no, no, no. Understand? You got to find the yes. You got to find that 1 degree.
Chris and I are doing this. We're getting free. He's not using any muscle, but he goes, I'm not annoyed by this, but I don't know if this is what he's looking for. Because
that's good.
We'll leave it there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you understand? Because I don't know. I don't know what it is for you in your moment. This is what I'm trying to say is when you start taking that truth and lie and going in the blender, and you're like, there's truth. No, there's the lie. No, you can't do that. It's all glopped together. So maybe, maybe not. What I say for that is this. Have faith in it, but be doubtful. Like have a doubt. Like maybe that's it. I'm going to look for that again and see if it holds up. But I'm also going to have doubt that maybe that's not the thing. Does that make sense? What?
I think it's you and see if it works.
Well, I think what you added before that statement was a really important bit of context. If the goal is just to do this and not to do the strike afterwards, different situation.
Yeah, that's right.
So.
That's right. So there's that. So, that's why I say I think that feeling that you're talking about is good for a lot of different stuff. will it let you do this one little weird, stupid waza that we're doing right now? Because this is, I mean, imagine this, it's 500 years later, and someone's looking at a video of this, they found a scrap, they were able to decode this weird binary thing that we're using, and they just see this little glimpse of this thing, they're like, ah, this is a true waza from the battlefield of whatever, were the armies against the robots, or what, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just some shit we made up, right? You know, I made it up like a couple of months ago, and we're like, we gotta figure this out because it's highlighting a point, and once we get it, maybe someone else will have a much better way of getting us to understand this. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a stepping stone across the river, and I don't go, wait a minute, that's an awesome stone. I'm just gonna stand here. You know what I'm saying? I know, I'm gonna keep going because I gotta get across the river. So they're all useful in their place, but maybe that stone over there is better than this stone back over here because I gotta get over there. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't know that, I'm making us do this drill right now, but like many things we've done in the past, I don't do them anymore, right? So maybe that will be like this too. But I needed some way to show us this weird, you guys remember, anybody see Dune, the movie, read the book? You bunch of nerds, right? You've read it. So, the Bene Gesserit, they have the weirding way. This is the weirding way. I had a dream, see? No, I'm just kidding. Do you get it? So we're trying to find the weirding way, the thing that's just like, what? Why is that working? And maybe as I'm doing it, I'm not even sure why it works.
It seems to present itself differently with different movement going on. Like the same thing's happening, but this thing that we're doing while we're standing here isn't really what's working in the moment. It's a different manifestation.
Yeah, so again, once we start moving and we're doing other stuff, the whole body doing things is gonna come into it, right? Right now I'm trying to be like, do it here. Right? It's really, really hard. But that takes out a lot of variables. So I need to have some drills where we have one variable that we can control. But remember, a real fight is a bajillion variables that you can't control. So I'm not trying to say it's real combat. But now we did this. We're starting to play. We're going to be finding this kind of thing a lot, right? Just this way of getting into it. So now let's go back. We're not going to go all the way back freedom to control. We'll start at control. Okay? But we'll move through. So let me borrow Gary here a minute, right? So Gary's actually we'll start at contact and go into control. So I'm just going to start right here, and I want everyone to practice going, boom. See, I've tilted them off this way. So what this is the 2-on-1 move. You guys understand that? But in real wrestling, he's here, and I'm here, and we're both fighting to get to the back. And then there's other stuff to happen, right? But for our version of this, I'm smacking these two down, so he knuckles his own hand, and this goes right through here. This hand pushes it across to my opposite side, while this hand does women's self-defense and goes, don't walk over here and don't do all of that. I'm exaggerating. Right. Okay? Because what I want to do is make sure he doesn't get my back. I want to be like, boom. So see, I can't get my back right there, and then I want to get his back. Yeah. Does it make sense? Yep. So, come here. It's boom. Let's do that. So what we literally just did, come here a minute. Sure. I had his wrist. What we literally just did, right? So bend at the waist, do this Teodoki thing. See that move? Yep. All right, now do this and just get in position, but don't move your feet. Boom, see how he's here? Now, before you get there, be square. Be square first and just wait a second. Boom. Now here, there's the setup like he's gonna pull my arm. Now, do the push and the enter, this. It's the same move. Do you guys get, it's the same move. Yeah, it's the same move. It's the same move. And it's just happening, like let me do it to you a minute. It's literally, it's like, boom. See how fast that is? There's no hanging on there, it's just done. Does that make sense? Yeah. But if you want to try it slow, do it like this. Ah, okay.
Yep.
Try that. You can do it fast or slow, whichever one you want.
It's the same thing you were saying before when we're getting here. You need to get that line.
This, it's important to understand. I want to get his back, but I'm not going, don't move, I'm not going to go around to his back. I'm going to move him out of the way. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to go, pump, boom. Now, you're thinking, there it is. I can step on his back. No, I'm going to go, boom. See how I brought his back to me? See, I step at this foot, not behind him, in front of him. Why? I want to make sure he can't turn and look at my reach to prevent this hip from rotating around. So can you do it to me just a minute? See how I'm reversing it? Yep. We got to prevent the reversals is what we're trying to do. I didn't tell him I was going to do that. Bastard. That was close, right? Yeah, so because he came here, at least now he's in a better position. If he had tried to put that leg behind me, put that leg up, he's screwed because I'm coming here and I got his back. Do you understand? If he tries to just step behind me too soon, he won't get it. This is true of nage waza. Throwing techniques. So just for example, if I'm here, right? And I'm not going to throw you, I'm not going to rip a shirt or anything. When I go to throw, people will say we're like this. People will try to do this. Yeah. But just put your hand on my shoulder a minute, right? When I come through here, I'm getting tossed. So what needs to happen first is
But judoka always does this in judo. In judo, they do this on every turn.
yeah, of course. So see, I've my outside foot is coming here. Now, I don't care what he does with this. I'm bringing this through. Okay? So there's an extra step. But everyone gets here and they try to do one step. You can't. It's here. 1, 2. So same thing when I'm coming through here. It's 1. Now, 2. Okay? It's all the same. So what I'm saying is, you're riding a bike, it's all the same. We're putting in a different context. We're doing a 2-on-1 arm drag, we're doing a teodoke, we're doing multiple punches, we're doing a kick. It's all the same.
But you're opening the door with that movement as opposed to actually going around.
That's right. Yes.
Your size, I feel I can do. And then, if his size, I feel difficult. Is that really difficult or that's illusion?
What does everybody say?
It's a position.
This works. It's both. It's a little bit of both. You add 60 pounds of muscle mass. It's also a little here. It's
No, she's talking about Mike.
Wow,
Right.
He was right.
60 pounds.
It was a joke about Mike. No, so obviously physics play into it. Again, the whole gorilla versus, you're not going to do this on a gorilla.
Right.
And there's dudes that are shaped like gorillas, and you're probably not going to do this that way. But then there's other things. If you're shaped like a gorilla, you're also not going to move like I can move.
Right.
Okay, so you're riding a bike. Okay, so you're riding a bike in the sand. You're riding a bike on the pavement. You're still riding a bike. You understand? So the question is it just in her mind that she can't do it? Yes, it's just in her mind that she can't do it. Okay, that's the answer. Because am I going to do it? Would I do it sitting in a chair? Would I do it in a tree? Would I do it in a box with a fox? In a house with a mouse? Yes. I love green eggs and ham. Okay? So it's just, you got to get used to it. And the truth is, you're going to ride a bike better the more bike riding experience you have. The wider the variety of terrain that you ride on. So Jung rides a motorcycle. Okay? But if he only rode like the same little piece of strip over and over and over again, he still wouldn't be a great rider. He's out here on these hills, it's an hour and a half, there's lots of variable things happening, I'm sure this is not the only place you've ridden a motorcycle in your life, right? So this is what I'm trying to talk to. We want to get to this wide variety of exposure, but we're just doing the same things over and over and over again. So in the Bujinkan or martial arts or ninja, we think, man, we've got leg locks and we've got judo chops and we've got, specialty weapons and a bajillion and one things. And we're just doing the same shit over and over and over again. because you got to get from freedom through contact to control and then to containment. You just got to do that over and again. And it's a human body, so it's very limited. So even if I said, all right, we're going to put some swords in the hands and some spears in hands, it's the same shit. You're going to end up doing the same motions over and over again. So do we have 2 soft swords?
This is not soft.
We got to pause it.
Yeah.
Katana or shotgun?
I don't care. Well, not that soft. Like something like these padded, like these kind of things. That's fine. This is fine. It's all. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant.
Hey, I heard that. You're too soft. Too soft, Dennis.
I'll do one of these.
Works, white and black.
I'm gonna use the white one because I'm a good guy. So here, Gary. So if Gary's here, remember Chino katas, right? So Gary's here. Now, what is that movement? Don't just stand there, right? It's boom. See how it changes this angle, and it's on there like that. So now, point your sword at me like we're gonna do something here, and then get ready and come and cut me a minute, right? Whoop. What happened there? So go slow, do that again, point it at me, point it at me, point it at me. Now just come up to cut me.
It's a whole, it's what we're doing before.
Beating it to the power center.
Right, he's doing the same thing we were doing before.
I'm holding a sword, so I got 2 hands on it, so it looks a little different. But it's literally this. Just cut me again, right? So it's just boom. So I'll do it like this. Cut me again. Zoom. Understand?
Yeah.
It's the same movement over and over and over and over again. And let's just say that I'm here, and he started to cut, and I'm like, whoa, and I came back here and I go, but what's he gonna do next? Do whatever you want. Go ahead. Just it's the same movement over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. So you got to learn these moves. How many of them are there? There's only a couple. Right, we just keep doing this chi. So it's funny. It's like, when do you ever use your chi no kata? 99% of the martial art ninja world? Never. When are we doing it?
99%.
99% of the time. And yet, you'll weirdly hear people say, Rob doesn't do Bujinkan. And I say, motherfuckers, I'm the only one doing Bujinkan. You guys are doing some other weird shit that you're making up. I'm doing Chi no kata. I'm doing Sui no kata. And now you guys are too. But you understand what we're doing? Doesn't matter what we do. It's going to happen there. So let's go back to this arm thing. Let's get on that. And let's then, we might come back to this again because you're kind of cool. Get to the back. Can we get to the back? Try to get to the back? Can you get to the back on Mike just a minute, Gary? Yeah. Wait. Get over there. That's good. All right, that's not terrible. And I see the reason why Hiromi thinks it's not possible on Mike. Because Gary just did this. Gary went.
Yep.
Folded his arm, and now Mike's letting him do it, but he really wouldn't let him do that. Okay? So don't let him do that. Nope. So what's Gary's problem?
Sorry, trying to make strength where they should be doing strength, but I don't know how to do it well.
So Gary's like, I don't know how to do this well. So what's his solution to try and fix that?
Do the women's thing.
No. What is Gary's, not just now, but every time for the last 30 years of his training, he doesn't know how to do it. So what, and it's all of you is the same answer. What's his solution to try and do this?
Go faster. That's what you know.
He's bailing on the thing.
He's trying to go around him. He's thinking about it.
He's trying to think about it as he's doing it, which means he's too slow. He's just too slow. If you can think about it, you're too fucking slow. Period. The end. If you can think about it, it's too slow. I want you to remember, you getting through this thing is the same as you're on a bicycle going fast enough to jump a ramp. You're up in the air. You've gone fast enough to achieve escape velocity. You're up in the air. Okay? When you land, are you calculating what you got to do? No. You're just like, you actually turn off your brain and just go into, Lord save me. Yes. Right? You just relax and let your body deal with whatever's coming there. You're just like, whoa! Same as the Godon test. Okay, there's a point where you're just like, right? And all you can do is be like, all right, I'm gonna let my body take over now. You can't be like, okay, that sounds like he stepped behind me there, and then, okay, he's holding his right hand's crinkling. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Do you understand? This is the same process. Okay? So all of you that are Godon or higher, everybody, just do this. Do it. Good. So now, just start where I'm starting, right here.
I think Gary is wrong secret love. Love is way too sweet to Gary.
It was a secret. Oh, jeez.
Hey, come here. I have no idea why she's talking about it, right? So, Gary, you need to be going, bam. Instead, you're going, you're too fucking nice. Just do that. He's not going to care.
You're fucking too nice to him.
No, I'm not.
All right, don't punch me.
I am a nice person. I'm well known for that. No, Gary.
No.
Shoot your arm through and stop. Boom, stop. Now, you got to push with your wrist in this direction. Don't look. Turn your body. Push with your wrist in that direction. Push. No, you're pulling. Put. That's a push. Do it again and do the push. Oh, you mean push. You're trying to. So get in a position and stop. Is your hand through enough?
No.
No. See, you've already turned.
Yeah.
You've already turned. So you've done this. You've gone. Don't turn until the last moment. Stay squared off. Now, start pushing and turn as you push. Push. No. You're trying to muscle. Push the wrist. Understand? That. And say your foot's going over there, that's where your foot's going to go. It's awkward, right?
Yeah.
Again, you will not ever in a bajillion years figure this out. You will not figure it out. You won't think your way through to it. You will not. I did not. I started doing this. I copied. I started doing it. And one day, I'm like, someone's like, what are you doing? I'm like, this. Like, what is it? And I'm like, this. And they're like, I don't understand. I can't do it. Probably her. I can't do it. I'm like, look. And then I got to start breaking it down, knuckle by fucking knuckle, right? It's like, it's here. Just do what I'm telling you. Get in there, square off, okay? Push. Now, wait. Okay? Got that on there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, start pushing this way. Yeah, this is over here. Start pushing that way. Right, do that again. This too.
Push.
Okay.
No, don't pull.
Yep.
So it doesn't have to go that far. This is good.
Mm-hmm.
Then just...
See?
Yeah, I mean, come on. Stand here, Gary. Just do this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? Look, this by itself is not enough. Oh, yeah, we left and right arms. Oh, yeah. Oh, but I thought this was a smart thing to do. We're laughing. I guarantee I could just type in Bujinkan, pull up whatever videos show up, and within the first 4 or 5 videos, some idiot's going to be doing this. Guarantee you. Guarantee you. It's going to be this, and there's just wide open punches. So what I showed you was this. Remember I said this is the first thing? This is the very first thing I said. Look at his body's doing here. See what his body's doing here? Now check this out. Do you think you can do that?
Yeah.
Here's a hint. Make it as sarcastic with your body language as possible, okay? It works for me. Anybody can do it? Who can do it without moving their feet?
Oh. What the hell? Let's try it anyway. Come on. We're going to get criticized anyway, might as well try it. It'll be on film.
Wrong attitude.
All right. Move your feet.
Don't move your feet.
Don't move my feet. Got it.
So, why did you just get hit by his shoulder?
Because I pulled him instead of pushing him.
Exactly. So it's pull, push, pull, push, pull, push. See how easy that is?
Yep.
Every one of you that did the pull, push like that, didn't it feel just like 1,000 times easier?
It's like you hit a golf swing perfect.
Right?
Instead of like all the work.
Right? Yeah.
And it goes faster. You're just like real smooth.
Yeah, that's right. It's like hitting a smooth, perfect golf swing. It's just like tick, and you're like, wow, look at that thing just go, and you're just like, wow, did I do that? And then your next one, you're like, fucking divot this big, you know, you break the head off the club. I've never done that. Right? Yes, right. Can anyone do that?
Break the thing off a club.
Yes. No. Can anyone do what they just did?
Come on.
Go, then go.
Can't step.
Don't let go of his hand. Good. So now what I want you to do, Tony, is that and then get to his back. After that, don't try and get to his back too soon. Well, you got to step now, but step after you do that. Good, don't move. Stay there. Good. All right. Now I want you to do omote gyaku to him on the floor. Put his elbow on the floor. That's not his elbow, that's his wrist. Put his elbow on the floor the other way.
Something like that.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, I broke your arm. That's urogyaku. Try omote. Omote, but don't break it off. No, you could do just omote.
Yeah, I write with this hand.
Softly. There you go. That's it. Good. All right. Did you guys see what we're going to do next? All right, have at it. You guys getting this, right?
Yeah.
So I want to say something I'm seeing as I walk around, I'm hearing people helping each other in a high level, understanding way. In other words, listen to Chris with Cam, I think it was, saying something. I don't remember what it was, but it was like, yeah, yes, finally, thank you. Not finally for you, just finally that people are talking about this kind of thing, right? Watching Tony talk about it, or Mike explain something, you know what I'm saying? Or Eric be like, hey, it's this nuanced thing. Dave talking about stuff. The understanding is really just boom, boom, boom. Again, I was talking to these guys earlier. When you see Robbie, you see him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I see you guys, I get to see that. Now, that's not true for everyone, because I'm in Hombu all the time, and I'm like, well, I guess they've hit the peak of their growth spurt, you know what I'm saying? Different people. But when I come here, it's like, wow, every time it's like another droom, droom, droom. That's really cool. Just want to say that. So now let's just have fun with this, because I know you're getting tired. So let's just do this. Dennis, can I borrow just a second? Let's just go back to this, and just do this one here where you're getting this thumb in, and you're going to go, doing. Okay, just to practice getting them on the ground. Understand, it's really simple. It's not, this doesn't require a lot of effort. You're just gonna, and as you do this, so I'm breaking the structure, so I'm getting his hip out of line, but I want to take his head back in line. So his shoulders out of line, his head's over here, I want to go head back over here, and then he just sits down for you, okay? Practice that. Oh.
I still have a question.
Hiromi has a question.
Yeah. So he gave me the answer, but like I want.
Mark gave her the answer.
If he agrees with what you say,
Okay.
then I give you the answer.
Good answer. Good. That's
Could you come to other?
smart.
So, like if I try to his elbow like high, I cannot. This is my maximum. You know. So like. What he said?
No, let's see agrees.
I think that is correct.
Okay.
I wish to. So he said, even if my maximum is here, it's okay. Like at some point, his head wants to towards me, so I just needed to stop it.
That's pretty close. That's so when you're thinking about two-dimensionally like this, but it's three-dimensional. So just watch it. See his hands right here? So again, with enough amplitude, this shape will be created, right? But what if I have also coming out, see how his hips popping down? See how all of a sudden he's shorter? So when he grabs me here, and I go, can't do it.
Right. Now
I've done it. Do you understand?
ごめん、英語だからかもしれない。わかんない。
Okay. 彼がここに持って上上げる、ここまでだけ。
だけ。
君も同じでしょ。でもちょっと前に引いて彼が縮めるからこうできる。
で大事なポイントはどこなの？何が大事？
3D、
それわかる。
3D の動きでやって。
何を？
この動き。
この動きを言語化してほしいの。I want you to express what is この動き。
This?
It's what? Say specifically the words.
This movement.
No. So what is this movement? What is the important thing in here?
Okay. Watch my arm.
Yeah.
That is the important thing in here.
それ答えになってない。説明、description.
You're trying to get me to say something. I don't know what you want me to say. You say it.
I thought you say something in English, but it was too fast and I couldn't catch it.
I said.
So could you try to say in easier English for me?
The movement. This. Hiromi. Movement. This. Mark. Movement. This. これできる。
It's not description.
I'm not explaining this. Not right now. After class, someone else can explain this to her. As all of you know, this is women's self-defense. She's the master of it.
I was told never to get in between a man and his wife.
I don't know what you want, Hiromi.
No. What I asked you, exactly same thing. You guys, you tell to everyone. Say slowly again.
I did. I can't say it any slower than I just said it.
This actually raises a question for me.
Okay.
So, when you say 3D, if I'm shorter,
We'll see if
Yeah.
doing this,
Sure. So not just up and down, but X, Y, and Z.
can I try to explain that to them?
Yeah.
You are correct.
You're getting people to take you out of here using different things.
Okay, anyway, back to my seminar.
Head goes down,
Maybe.
the arm is up.
I'm going to, I want to show the opposite side of this. So if I have Gary here, we did this one. Understand? We did this way. We're going to do it this way. But we're not going to do this big, huge movement because remember, it's women's self-defense. So we're going to go boom, then there's a space for us to enter into right now. Okay? So what, I'm going to go back. The first one that we did, I went, whoop, there's a space to enter in here right now. So it goes, yeah. See, I'm in this space right here. So someone over there said, oh, you go into the back now. No, just here, I'm taking the space so that I can comfortably reach this. Here, there's the space. Come here so I can comfortably reach this. And then I'm just going to go, bye-bye. Okay, now figuring out which the angle is your job as you practice this. I cannot tell everything about anything. About anything.
So
No, everybody just do this.
Yeah, you didn't
On Hapo. Someone say Aki on Hapo. We just did Omotegyaku. What? Onikodaki. Let's do Onikodaki. You know, he's here, right? So you're going to boom. Okay, now. See how I stopped him at this place? This is the floating place. I need to get Onikodaki. Well, you guys see where I'm going to get it, right? Okay, so I'm going to go. Boo. Ha-ha, psyched you out, didn't I? Do you understand?
Yeah.
Can you do that? It's not really complicated. So you could do the ones you guys are thinking about. You could be like, boom, dropping my hand and just, right? You can catch that.
Okay.
But that's easy, so I wanted to make you guys do the hard one. So try either one of those. Change partners.